Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Slices and Dices for your Friday night role-playing fix. I am your dungeon llama this evening, Sarah, and we will be playing Vaesen, Dance of Dream. Right after I turn the sound down on my phone because I can hear myself. Okay, there we go. All right. So we're back with more Vaesen from Free League Publishing out of Sweden, a game based in Scandinavian folklore which takes place in sort of an alternate history, 19th century. Think lots of Victoriana, but not necessarily all of the horrible social things that came with it. There's still going to be some casual misogyny, because what's role playing without a little casual misogyny? But, we have a female police officer in our game. So, without further ado, I'm going to play a little music and hit y'all with a recap. Let's see. There we go. All right. Previously, in Vaesen, the Dance of Dreams, our Thursday's children found each other with a little help from the questionably sane Linnea Elfkind. Elsa, a journalist for the Uppsala Gazette, learned of Linnea through contacts she'd made while surreptitiously investigating Vaesen. She paid a visit to Linnea at the Uppsala Asylum, her home away from home, where Linnea told her about the Society, a group of Thursday's children dedicated to studying Vaesen and protecting humans from their whims. The Society has been defunct for some time now, but Linnea gifted Elsa with the keys to their former headquarters, the Castle Gillenkreuz on the bank of the Furus River, as well as the deed to the castle. Elsa immediately made her way there as Linnea said, "Good luck. You'll certainly need it." Meanwhile, Captain Carolus, a retired military officer, had checked himself into the asylum after an episode of PTSD that resulted in no small degree of public disturbance. In the garden, he too encountered Linnea, who noticed him observing the asylum's niece tending the roses. The niece she had named Albrecht, though she stated that he doesn't like her very much. She told Carolus of the society as well, and he immediately checked himself out to venture to the castle and see what he could learn. Ada was the police officer called to the scene of Carolus's episode. She had helped him to the asylum the previous day and had come back to check on him. Carolus had already departed, but instead she encountered Linnea, who, despite noting that Ada had the site, sent her off after Carolus to Castle Gillenkreuz without informing her about the society. Shortly thereafter, Seamus, an Irish bare-knuckle boxer, encountered Linnea in the Burger and Baker pub, when she noticed that he too saw the small frog-like Vaesen tottering across the bar, stealing food from patrons. When Seamus hinted that there was only one mythical creature he was interested in, Linnea told him that the society might be able to help, and directed him towards the castle. One by one, the nation investigators arrived at the Society's headquarters, a huge, neglected old castle on the shores of the Furus River. There, they met Algot Frisk, the castle's aging butler, who was nearly as deteriorated as the building he maintains. As the party gathered in the conservatory and introduced themselves over tea, Frisk mentioned a fire in a waloo that had killed the majority of Society members some years ago, but said the event is not likely to repeat itself as long as nobody angers any more trolls. He also informed the party that they were now the Society, as they have the deed to the castle and the key. Upon this declaration, Seamus stated that he was only there for information, at which Frisk showed them to the Society's library, the only well-maintained room in the crumbling structure. Sifting through the haphazardly arranged archive, they found books on the occult, witchcraft, and Vaesen, many with handwritten notes in the margins. Elsa and Ada recognized stories that they used to hear as children and realized that they might actually be true. Seamus revealed that he had never believed children's stories until he unknowingly fought a Vaesen in a boxing match, and lost. What troubled him most about the encounter was that the creature looked human, aside from its terrifying yellow eyes, and he wondered how many other such creatures might be hiding amongst us. Perhaps inspired by Seamus's openness, Carolus related a tale of his leading men into battle, but when victory seemed imminent, the dead had inexplicably risen again, both friend and foe, and begun to attack with abandon. Then Elsa shared how she too had seen a Vaesen when she was only a child. She was playing in the backyard with her baby brother, and when she looked away for only a moment, she turned to see that he was gone. She ran into the forest in hopes of finding him and saw something, an indistinct shape with terrifying eyes, and it had him. The creature looked at her for a moment and then took him away. Ada, it must be noted, remained silent on her own history. However, in light of these revelations, she looked back at her interactions with Linnea and surmised that she had immediately known that Ada had the sight, and, remembering how alone she herself had felt when she thought she was the only one, and having already sent 2 people to the castle, pointed Ada in that direction so that she might no longer feel alone and might find people to help her. Linnea felt that this was the place each of you needed to be, and that rekindling the society would help each of you find what you need. In addition, because each of you had been negatively impacted by Vaesen, each possesses a strong desire to not allow the same thing to happen to others. As each of you pondered this information, the castle doorbell rang, and shortly thereafter, the ever-present Frisk delivered a folded piece of paper sealed with red wax, the seal bearing the name Clint. It was a handwritten flyer, which read, "The Dance of Dreams, a shadow play of horror, murder, and revenge. Let yourself be enraptured and terrified by shadow theater with clockwork as amazing as that of the master's constructions on the common. Watch as evil smiles, good people go to their doom, and spirits come to life. Follow Oscar Hjort's encounter with the Black One, his struggle, and finally, the betrayal which claimed his life. Hear the tunes of the enchanted flute that sends souls dancing to hell. The show will premiere shortly at the Witch Cat Inn, not for the faint of heart." At the bottom, in a different handwriting, was written, "Meet me tonight at the Witch Cat Inn, Olaus." Now, Elsa knew that Olaus Clint was a private detective who had made a name for himself investigating cases involving the occult. Digging deeper in the library, Captain Carolus found a list of society members, but the handwriting was so bad that he couldn't quite make it out. Elsa, on the other hand, could, and found the name Oscar Hjort, who had lived about 50 years ago. He had worked as a writer and spent some time in Paris studying under François Dominique Seraphine, a famous artist who put on shadow plays for the court at Versailles and the Palais Royal. Elsa, meanwhile, found the private journal of a society member who was particularly interested in the arts. From this journal, she learned that shadow theater originated in India and China, where it was practiced several centuries before Christ. Cut-out paper figures were held up to a source of light which created shadows on a cloth screen. A skilled puppeteer could manipulate the puppets and the lights so that the figures appeared to be alive. The art form came to Italy in the 18th century and continued to spread across Europe. Artists in England and France had experimented with clockworks to create automated shadow theaters. Ada determined that François Dominique Seraphine must be the master mentioned in the flyer, the man under whom Oscar had studied. Elsa searched for a map of the area, hoping to determine the location of the Witch Cat Inn, but instead found another journal which revealed that the Witch Cat, an inn at the crossroads north of Sigtuna, was often used as a meeting place when the society was rebuilt after the Great Oalu Fire at the end of the 18th century. The innkeeper at the time, Piri Harjula, was a Thursday's child. Today, the inn is run by Piri's grandson, Sammy. The journal gives no mention of whether or not Sammy also possesses the site. Emboldened by the fruits of their research, the party planned to meet in 3 hours' time for the stagecoach to Sigtuna, which makes regular stops at the Witch Cat. Pooling their resources, they procured a crowbar and each went their separate ways to prepare separately. Seamus found himself once again in a pub, and 4 Guinness and several Jameson deep chose to sucker punch the largest, most Viking-like man he could find. He allowed his opponent to get a few hits in before slipping off into the shadows and miraculously not getting arrested. Elsa stopped by the Uppsala Gazette to tell her boss that she was headed out of town on a research trip to see a new shadow play. Her boss commented that such pieces were great for the ladies, and after enduring a few more instances of casual misogyny from her coworkers, she too made her way to the coach stop. Ada paid a call to the police station where she spent her time listening into the conversations of her coworkers, hoping for a hint of the supernatural. After listening to a fellow officer make a few disparaging remarks about Linnea, she too made her way to the coach station. And finally, Carolus chose to stay in the library, searching for books on how to conduct an investigation. While finding no text specifically dealing with the subject, he perused enough journals to feel that he had a handle on the situation, and made his way to the coach as well. As the newly minted society members met at the coach point, the sky was quickly darkening, and what began as a few scattered raindrops as the coach rolled into view quickly evolved into a full-on deluge, leaving them soaked to the skin by the time they entered the carriage. The storm continued to rage over the ensuing 3.5-hour journey, almost seeming to follow the party as they traveled south on the post road. The wind knocked over the sturdy forest pines and struck a few so close to the carriage that it almost seemed as though the sky itself sought to keep them from their destination. At long last, they reached the T-junction where the witch cat resides, the carriage driver taking off almost at the same moment at which they disembarked. Through the wind and gloom, the glow of a single cigarette ember drew them towards the stable, where they were greeted by a small, wiry man with an impressive mustache. "Glad you could make it," he said, taking a long drag on his dwindling cigarette. "I'm Olaus. Welcome to the Witch Cat Inn." And that is where we come back to you. Olaus stands, looking at you expectantly, as he gestures for you to come and join him under the awning that will protect you from the rain. I trust you received my flyer, and this isn't simply a coincidence.
Yeah. Seamus looks to the other three. Don't know your name, but I assume that you're the person who put together that note that you're referring to. Yes.
Well, not the flyer itself, of course not. That's been circulating all over Uppsala. No, I did write the note at the bottom. I'm Olaus Clint.
Olaus.
Investigator.
Olaus. Sorry, didn't catch your last name.
Clint.
Clint. Right. Olaus Clint.
Klint, if it matters.
Right.
Yes, I've been seeing that flyer all over the city, and, well, seemed a bit strange to me. I came up here a few days back, and, well, there've been rumors of guests having strange dreams when they stay here, so I thought I'd come give it a little look-see, it being, my area of expertise, but well, I felt something here that well, I'm not sure what it is, but I did not feel inclined to face it alone, if you know what I mean.
So that's why you asked us to come.
Well, yes. I'd heard that there were people back at the castle, and the society has always been friendly in the past. Why not reach out and ask for a bit of help myself?
News travels fast for you.
Well, I am a private detective after all, ear to the ground, you know.
But you're all the way over here, and we're in our small town. That's still very fast.
I was in town this morning. I live in Uppsala just like you. I just happened to catch an earlier stagecoach up here. Wanted to see if everything was as it was the last time I was here.
Well, alright.
Still haven't seen anything, if you know what I mean, but there's definitely something going on in this place.
What do you expect us to do about it?
Do what the society does. Investigate, find out what's going on, maybe stop it.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we're kind of new at this whole thing. We only got inducted into the society about, I don't know, what was it? A day or two ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say about that, yes.
if you made it through the doors, I'm sure you're more than capable. Come on. Gotta get your feet wet somehow, besides the rain.
I was going to say our feet are already wet.
Yes, well.
So is the rest of us.
Well, a good bit of drink and food might sort you out. Ingeli, the cook here, is quite a gem, I must say. I've tried to convince her to move down to Uppsala and work somewhere a bit more respectable, but She seems to love it here, devoted to her job.
We all are in some way.
Isn't that the truth?
Right, well, you said the word drink, so I'm in. And Seamus just walks past and opens the door.
That would be the stables that you have to
Yep,
open.
that's why he closes the door.
Inside the stable, you notice 2 horses.
He's like, he opens the door, there's just like fucking horses there, and he's like, right, nice to see you, gentlemen, ladies, appreciate it. Closes the door. Didn't know that. Appreciate. Didn't see. Right, shuts the door.
Stable contains 2 horses and a cart with room for 1 further carriage and a few more horses, with a door in the back that presumably leads to a storeroom. Sort of seeing you do this, Olaus gestures in this direction and says, the front door's that way, unless it's a bit of hay you fancy.
Nope, only distilled hay, and Seamus will then walk in that direction.
Is that a thing? Distilled hay?
You have to, don't knock it till you try it. And then,
You'll have to show me.
certainly. And walks in the direction where he can potentially see the entrance to this establishment, I guess.
You have enough light, I actually don't remember.
He's like walking off into darkness. He doesn't have any vision beyond this point. Oh, no, that's not true. He does see, way over here, there is indeed a source of light.
Yes.
Yeah, please zoom out a little.
That is the front door to the Witch Cat Inn. Olaus follows behind you in the dark.
Right, if you don't succeed, click. Opens the door.
Excellent. And I realized I didn't change the music. That's fine, I'm gonna do it right now. As you find yourself inside, or staring into, I suppose, the Witch Cat Inn.
It's very cozy in here.
All of a sudden,
There's
it got
a good fire.
quite jaunty. I don't know why. Suddenly, the ambiance felt very altered. I like it.
Yes, and it is altered, although the wind and rain are still howling outside. Inside, the Witch Cat, while not exactly dry, is warm and inviting. There are 2 large fireplaces, both stoked with roaring fires. You see a few guests scattered about at various tables, though you do notice that the place seems to be in a state of disrepair, although clean and seemingly cared for. There are holes in the ceiling, dripping into buckets and puddling on the floor. You notice dusty marks where at one point it seems rugs were probably on the ground, but must have been rolled up to keep them from getting soaked. A rather stout, stocky man is behind the bar calling orders through the doorway into the kitchen. And this, my friends, is the Witch Cat Inn.
Charming.
A little leaky, but the fires are warm. Let's go sit by one.
Yeah, at least we're out of the rain.
I'm going in this direction, if you don't mind. And he saunters over to the bar.
Definitely saddling up to the bar.
Evening, gentlemen. Name's Sammy. I'm the proprietor of this establishment. What brings you out in this storm?
Just looking for something to drink, Sammy.
By all means, I've got pretty much anything to suit your fancy. What are you, an ale man, wine, something stronger?
Something stronger.
Certainly, let's see here. And he sort of rummages around under the bar and pulls out a dusty but nice bottle of scotch.
You said the magic words.
Alright, he pours you, I'm turning the music down a little bit, it's a little loud. He pours you a pretty decent sized pour of scotch and slides it across the bar. And you, friend, looking to Seamus.
Did you have any whiskeys?
Well, let's see. He will rummage around once more. And after you hear the clinking of bottles, maybe some mild cursing under his breath, and from the very back of the shelf, he manages to uncover an even dustier but unopened bottle of an Irish whiskey. Not one you recognize, but it is Irish.
Yep, that's completely unintelligible. That's certainly Irish. Yes, 100%.
All right, he will pour you a glass.
The only word you can
And
make
then-
out, it says McCormick's, and that's it.
It's all Gaelic. It's like me fair go flish. Yeah, that's Irish for you. Yep.
All right, he pours you a stiff glass of whiskey as well, and then turns to Ada. And for the lovely officer.
Well, do you have any mead? I'm partial to blueberry.
I unfortunately don't generally traffic in blueberry mead.
That's alright. A glass of wine, that's fine.
All right then, and he grabs a bottle off the rack behind you and pours something red and kind of thickish into the glass.
She gives it a nice little
Okay.
sip.
It is very sweet. It is a sweet dessert wine that he has poured for you.
Oh, good thing I had a good heavy dinner before this.
Very good, very good. Anything for your friend? Looking to Elsa in the back.
Do you have any tea, please?
Of course, and he'll sort of walk over to the door and call back in the kitchen. Ngeli, hot tea, please.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. You're welcome to sit at the bar or by the fire, grab a table. If you'd like anything to eat, Sven will be with you shortly. And will you be needing a room this evening, or several? I don't know what your arrangement is.
Well, think it's most likely that we're going to be having at least one, if not 2 rooms. I think 2 rooms will do just fine.
Very good,
Yes.
very good. He will turn behind him, and underneath the lamp on the wall is a rack of keys. You also notice a heavy ring of keys jingling at his waist. And he sort of sifts through and then slides 2 keys across the bar. And he says, rooms 11 and 12, end of the hall, to your left up, or to your right at the top of the stairs.
Fair enough. What time does the kitchen close?
When everyone leaves, really, it kind of depends. If you are hungry, we are happy to serve.
What kind of thing do you have on the menu?
Oh, well, here you go. And he slides a rather tattered menu across the bar to you. It is simple, home-cooked fare, lots of meat, some smoked fish, root vegetables.
Right. I'll
They have pasties.
pasties.
Not past.
Yeah, you got any soup?
Aye, I think so. Let me see. Once again, walks to the door. Ingeli! Anything in the pot? And she shouts back, lamb stew, same as last week. He comes back out and says, got lamb stew.
Let's try it yet.
I'll take
Very
a bowl
good.
as well.
Yes, please.
Right?
Sounds like something that would warm the bones.
Indeed, bit drafty around here as of late. Seems like no matter what I do, this old girl is just determined to fall apart on me. So that's 3 for the stew, and what of you, my dear? Asking Ada.
Do you have any fresh baked bread?
Ingeli! Bread? What kind of bread? Fresh. Oh! I mean, I made it this morning. Is that fresh enough?
That would be plenty fresh, yes.
Would you like anything with your bread or just bread?
A butter on the side.
He just kind of
If
looks
you
at you
have
like,
any.
oh, okay. And just calls back, 3 stews and, bread and butter. Yes, out in a minute. Send Sven back here, would you, when you have a moment? And he steps back out. He says, food will be out shortly.
Thank you.
Sven, your mum wants you. Sven will come over here and sort of pop up under the hatch, squeeze behind Sammy, and head back into the kitchen. Olaus just kind of meanders off and takes a seat at a table. He sort of like gives Sven a little wave as he goes by. That's sort of like, you get the feeling he's been here a few times and is ordering his usual.
Well,
And Sammy will just go back to, cleaning the bar and organizing things unless anyone else wants to talk to him, or if you want to talk amongst yourselves.
I'm hoping tonight we can. Are you hoping that we all experience the dreams as well, there, Seamus?
Yes, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we do. I think it's important is that we ask this Clint fellow exactly what the hell he's wanted us to do at this particular place. It's time's a wasting. Don't want to be here for too much longer. The whole place is gonna fall over.
I don't think the place will fall down. It seems leaky, but I have a feeling it's like that on purpose. There could be other reasons for it,
Are there reasons for it being in shambles?
or not falling over.
Either way, let's see how good of a private investigator this chap is, eh?
Sammy kind of wanders off and goes over to talk to the guy standing at this table. You get the feeling that they're buddies. They're talking in a rather familiar sense.
I don't know why, but when you said buddies, I got the Goof Troop theme in my head. They're buddies. They're pals.
Taking his whiskey, Seamus will walk over to Clint, sit at the table across from him. Okay, well, you've got us here. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, yes, you're here, so investigate.
Well, what, again, first time doing this kind of stuff, not really into it, never done it before. Anything you can tell us, any kind of guidance, that kind of stuff. New on the job, yeah?
Well, generally, when investigating strange occurrences in a place, you talk to the people there about those occurrences. I will
Right.
tell you, the owner there seems a bit prickly, but that man over there, I get the feeling that they're acquaintances, and he's a jovial chap. We had a drink last time I was here, very chatty.
Which one you talking about? Don't point,
He-
just sort of, just motion with your head.
Well, if you look around, you'll notice there's only one person that Sammy is talking to right now, so that...
Oh, that? Jeez. He sort of like looks and turns around. Oh, that guy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. This sort of motions to the guy who I'm pinging. This guy right
Yes.
here.
He's like, indeed. Down towards the door is the reverend of the local church, which you may have seen down the road on your way in. You can just about see the spire from here, though the stone may have hidden it from you. That young woman over there, well, I've never seen her before. I'm assuming she's just a guest passing through. And back there by the fire, that's Sammy's daughter, Sophia.
So you've been here often?
Well, once or twice, but I'm an investigator, son. I do have a keen eye for detail, and I never forget a face.
Fair enough. Well, if we're waiting for our food, maybe we should investigate, like the good detective says. I'll warm myself by the fire. She moves to the fireplace.
Very good. You see, sitting there is a young woman. She's plump with a soft face, and she is quietly reading a book by the fire.
Hello there. I hope I'm not bothering you. Can I warm myself here?
She looks up and kind of quickly closes the book and tucks it into the chair beside her, like glancing over her shoulder. And then
I
looks to you and says, "Of course. It is a public inn."
I didn't mean to disturb you. What you reading there?
It's just a book of stories that my mother left.
Oh, the good stories?
Yes. A bit scary, but I like them.
Oh, but scary stories are nice, aren't they?
I think so, especially when sitting by a fire.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. So you live here?
Yes. Sammy is my father. I've
Oh,
lived here my whole life.
so we were just looking. We had this folder for a puppet show and stuff. Like, you wouldn't know anything about that?
Yes, I would. If you'd come up to the attic later, I'd be happy to show you.
You do the shadow play yourself?
Yeah. I built it
Oh.
myself in our attic.
That's very ingenious of you.
My mother had a great love of the theater, but so do I. My father, well, he thinks all of that is just a giant waste of time. He just assumes I'll take over the inn one day, and I suppose I probably will. But I would love to leave, like she did.
Where did your mother go?
Oh, well, she left. Some time ago now.
Okay. Well, be sure to let me know if I can come up and see your shadow play after dinner. Sounds
Of
very
course.
lovely.
I'll make sure everything is ready.
Thank you. And I continue warming my hands.
She sort of looks over her shoulder to see what her father is doing, and then surreptitiously pulls her book back out and goes back to reading.
Can I see the title of the book?
Make a... What is it? It is... Vigilant. Make a vigilance roll.
Didn't you initiate the first roll of the last game as well?
I think she might have.
Let's see what this does. Oh.
One success. It appears to be a book of folklore.
Okay. And I move back to the group.
Who was that?
It's the innkeeper's daughter. She's reading some folklore, talking about having a shadow play in the attic. She seems a bit intimidated by her father. Not sure what that's about, but
Carolus is gonna stride over to this gentleman over here, sizing up his mustache game as he goes. Pardon me, my good man.
It is a good mustache.
Excellent. Have you heard anything about this shadow play?
Shadow play. Doesn't sound very proper to me. But no, I have not.
Oh, someone in town told me it was a must-see.
All these modern machinations, not my cup of tea. Nope, thank you. I'll stick to the good book. And he sort of thumps his hand against a Bible that he has sitting on the table next to him. And who are you, my good man?
I am Captain Carolus. At your
Pleasure
service.
Pleasure
is your
to make
name,
your
sir?
acquaintance. I am Father Niels Karstedt.
It's nice to meet you, Father.
Nice to meet you as well. I hope to see you at Sunday service. The church
It's
is
entirely
just down the
possible.
way.
Excellent. And I will wander back to the table.
Nothing else to ask him? Okay.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
Fraternizing with the clergy there, Cap.
Well, you know, everybody has to have their niche.
Didn't take you for a man of God.
Well, it's kind of hard not to be a man of at least some faith when you're on the battlefield. You gotta believe in something.
That I understand. If you don't mind, I think I see an opportunity now that the particular establishment has made his escape. Stands up, takes his whiskey, shoots it, and then walks over to the person who Clint was motioning to before. Just sort of sits down, Rikers over the chair, and sits down. Evening, sir. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm extremely well. Pleasure to meet you. Seamus O'Brien.
Jonathan Ness. Nice to meet you as well.
Jonathan Ness. Good name. I like that name. Ness.
Yeah.
Family, the Nesses, yes?
Yes, I don't think I'm quite saying it right. It's Gness. Gness.
Sorry, could you spell that so I have it in my brain?
I certainly can. It is Gneis.
Ness.
It might be nice, but I'm saying Ness.
I'm going to call you Johnny Nice.
You may call me whatever you like.
Pleasure. How are you getting on here, John?
Well, and he holds up a fresh pint, toasts you, slugs back about half of it, thunks it down on the table, says, about well as I can be, considering, well, the weather and he sort of gestures at the puddles everywhere, the general state of the place.
Yeah, I did notice that. What's that all about? This has been like this for a while.
Not entirely sure. Over the last year, this place has just started falling apart. Poor Sammy works his fingers to the bone, and I help out when I can when I'm not tending the farm. But it seems like no matter what he does, this place is just falling into disrepair.
So you're a farmer. You mentioned you worked the farm.
Yes, I have a farm a few miles down the road. Kilometers, sorry. A few kilometers down the road.
Don't understand miles. Don't strange words. Yeah, no, my mom and my dad was with their farmers. So.
Oh, very good, very good. Your accent, that's English.
Killarney Irish. Don't you say that English? How dare you?
Sorry.
He
Obviously,
balls up his fists for a second. He just reflexively. He's like, oh, I'm fine.
Obviously, I don't get around much. Meant no offense. Let me buy you a drink.
Oh.
And he waves to Sven, And he points at his half-empty mug, and he points at your whiskey glass, and Sven nods and heads over to the bar to procure drinks.
And that is how you get extra drink. So, Jonathan.
And we'll...
Yeah. While he's waiting for.
Yeah, as Sven is coming over, yes, I'm just moving him over. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Jonathan, first of all, thank you for the extra imbibery. Just finding out about this place because it's of an interest to me. It seems like it's quite old, quite full of character. Yes.
Yes, it certainly has. It's been in Sammy's family for generations. His grandfather ran it, and then, well, his father passed when Sammy was fairly young, but his grandfather raised him, and now Sammy's taken over, and like I said, he does his best to keep the place in repair. Hasn't quite been the same since Nora took off, but, takes a lot to recover from something like that.
Oh, I did overhear something about the lady of the house leaving for undisclosed reasons.
Ah, damn shame. Never understood what Sammy saw in her. She was a bit of a flighty one. Always wanted to be an actress. Always up in her room painting away at those canvases of hers. He used to hang them on the walls to humor her, but after she ran off with that theater troupe, he took them all down and stacked them back in her room. Locked the door and hasn't been in since. Good riddance, I say.
Aye, yeah. Good riddance to artistic freedom. So, hey, listen, just a quick question. Do you ever hear stories about the place, about the neighborhood, about strange things going on?
Well, I don't put much stock in rumors, but
Don't put.
they do say that some people have been having nightmares here. I think it's just the imagination running away with them, though.
Any particular person within, say, pointing range that might have had these nightmares?
Can't say for sure.
It's alright.
The good father over there doesn't spend the night. He's got a parsonage down by the church. I myself have never had a nightmare here, but I've been sleeping here on and off over the years. Had a few too many, don't want to ride the horse home. We'll shack up for the evening. Sammy's always good enough to let me have a room if one is free, but I sleep the sleep of the inebriated, if you know what I mean. He slugs back the rest of his beer and slams it down as Sven arrives and places 2 drinks down. He looks up and he's like, "Oi, Sven, you ever have any weird dreams?" Sven kind of coughs his head and says, "Well, I've had many dreams. You may have to be a bit more specific." And Jonathan kind of laughs and gives him a thump on the chest, which he winces from a little bit. Sven is a rather slight, though tall and gangly individual, soft-spoken, but there is an inquisitive look in his eyes. You can tell that he's a sharp lad. He's just quiet. And Jonathan says, "Oh, the whole everyone who stays here has a nightmare rumor." And Sven sort of thinks for a moment. And he says, "Well, I did have the strangest dream about being buried alive the other day, but who's to say? That was a few days after I accidentally got locked in the root cellar, so it could have just been my subconscious messing with me. Will you be needing anything else?"
Me personally, no. Just asking after a habit. I tend to get my nose into strange things all the time. So thank you for giving me that, and hopefully the bad dreams don't chase you any further down the road.
Thank you for that. I do believe your food will be out shortly. And he walks off over to the bar.
So Seamus will stand up and say, Jonathan, I hope our paths cross again. Pleasure to see you again. Maybe tomorrow night, depending on how it works out. I can buy you a drink, yes?
I would like that very much. You're a good lad.
Thank you very much, sir. And see you soon. So Seamus will turn around and sort of saunter back and say to the three at the table, it seems like various people's having bad dreams, unexplainable bad dreams, and this chap's wife Nora disappeared, ran out more likely, but seems to have had a predilection towards art. She keeps in this, I assume, somewhere in her room. Not sure if that's relevant.
The daughter did mention that the mother ran away.
Yeah. Don't know if the dreams and the idea that the mother decided to skip out has anything to do with one another. But think it's beyond the pale of perhaps talking to a friend over by the bar over there, find out if Sammy has any ideas to maybe show us this art.
That's not a bad idea.
Just a thought. I mean, maybe getting my head into too strange a place. I don't really do this at all. Just trying to figure it out. The puzzle, you know?
Ada, what have you been up to while these three are around the table with Clint?
Ada's been wandering the room, kind of trying to listen in, and has been making mental notes of what she overhears, so that she can figure out what to ask the young lady over here.
Have you come up with anything yet, or you need some more time?
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
I've got quite a few. So she wanders over and begins to talk to her. Good evening. Is this seat taken?
Yes, what? No. No, it's not. Sorry.
Okay. Do you mind if I sit down and talk to you for a few minutes? I've just come in.
Yes, yes. Of course, you can sit. That's fine.
Thank you.
Yes.
My name is Ada. What is yours?
Lisa Finkel.
Pleasure to meet you.
And you. She kind of glances around and sees that there are lots of open seats, and she's then looks back at you and takes in your uniform. Can I help you with anything?
Oh, no, just out and about. I didn't have any other clean clothes, so I had to wear my uniform tonight. Kind of.
So you're not working, you're just...
Oh, no.
I see, yes. Oh, can and she kind of zones out for a second. It's like, sorry, lost in thought. Can I
No?
help you? Yes?
Oh, that's okay. Are you alright? Have you had any trouble sleeping?
Oh, no, I always sleep. I'm just a bit distracted. I'm thinking about an experiment, that's all.
Oh, an experiment. What do you do?
Oh, I'm a chemist at the
Oh.
university in Uppsala. I'm just on my way back from a meeting, and I stopped here. Yes, stopped here.
But how long have you stopped here for? Just today, or?
Oh, I got in yesterday and was planning to leave on the coach this evening, but unfortunately, I don't like to travel in such conditions, so I'm afraid I'll be here another night.
Yes, the rain was quite awful on the way here. It almost seemed like it was chasing us to a degree.
Strange thought.
It is.
But yes,
We were
it is.
probably just moving in the same direction as the wind.
That would be the scientific explanation. Yes, Hey, can I help you?
Are you sure you're okay? You haven't been you haven't been having trouble sleeping at all? Because it seems you're more distracted than not well rested.
I suppose I did have some strange dreams last night, but I generally sleep well.
Oh, what was strange about them? Do you remember?
Well, I dreamt that someone slit my throat.
That is a very odd dream. Did you see who did it, or was it just random?
No, I was an actor on a stage, and someone was supposed to slit my throat with a fake knife, but it was real, and the audience burst into applause as I died. Funny, I hadn't thought about just how macabre that is until you brought it up just now.
It is a very strange dream. It would keep me up or keep me from getting any good rest.
Yes, it was very strange.
You've never had a dream like that before, have you?
What? No. I mean, I've had nightmares, certainly, but not that one. Oh,
But never anything like that before. I can understand. Is that the only thing distracting you is the strange dream from last night?
what?
Is that the
Do me
only
a
thing that...
And make a learning roll for me, please.
Ooh, okay. I gotta find it on the sheet. Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice. 3 successes. You very clearly, like, as you watch her languid sort of movements and the way she keeps drifting off and then popping back to you, she's very clearly addicted to opium.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
And as you're studying her and coming to this conclusion, she kind of pops up and says, "Can I help you?"
No. Everything is
And then
okay.
she notices your police uniform again and actually quite quickly stands up and says, "I'm sorry, if you'll excuse me, I'm not feeling very... excuse me." And she makes her way off and down the hall and up the stairs. Actually, no, I lied. She doesn't. She goes into the bathroom.
Okay.
If I can get the door to open. Open door. There we go. Bing. Closed. And locked. Alright. There you go.
Alright, and then Ada gets up and avoids the puddle and comes over to... Probably over here would be best. No, actually. There we go. Right there. Well, that was an interesting conversation I just had.
Yes, she seems like an odd duck.
Oh,
Ola
more than
says.
odd.
What did she have to say?
Well, she had a few things to say, and I had a few things to observe about her. The first thing that I noticed was a little odd was that how distracted she was. And it doesn't seem like there are too many reasons why. But one was definitely a dream that she had last night. Seems she's been affected by a very specific and very odd dream.
Which was?
Well, she dreamed she was on stage, and there was someone who was supposed to kill her at a specific part of a play, but instead of a fake knife, it was a real one. And the audience applauded as she bled out and died.
Well, isn't that interesting?
And very specific. She's never
Very
had a dream like that before, according to her. Also, I suspect that there might be something else affecting her, maybe coming from a bit far east, if you catch my drift.
I'm not sure. Do you mean she's under some kind of influence?
I do believe so. That's probably why she got nervous when she looked at my uniform a second time.
Oh.
At
And-
this
and-
point, Sven will come over and place everybody's food on the table. Clint will, seeing that Ada has food and he does not, will stand up and offer you his seat.
She'll take it.
Sven wanders off, takes a seat by the bar since everybody is well fed. And Clint is going to, as you all tuck into your food, he will wander down here and sit down with the parish priest.
Well, I mean, it looks delicious. Let's dig in, eh? Takes the handkerchief, napkin, whatever it is, ties it around his neck and like a bib across his barrel chest.
I imagine it's like a checkerboard or like a red and white kind of.
Yeah, picnic pattern, 100%.
Nice.
Yep.
I like it.
It's quite hot. I like it that way.
Mm.
Right. Good hunk of lamb. They don't skimp on the lamb. Sticks his fork into it, pulls it out of the steaming hot broth, gives it a look, chews.
It's really good.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Normally, where I come from, lamb's not seasoned very well. Just sort of stick it in a bunch of hot water and just pretend like it's somewhat flavorful. Whereas, on the other hand, now this is quite good. And look at the carrots. Carrots are brilliant. That's delicious. And the broth is solid. They did a fucking tastic job. Oh, I bet this goes a great way to. Oh, 5 stars. 5 fucking stars.
As you shovel your food in, Clint will wander back over and say, well, just had a quick word with the parson down there. It seems that before she ran off, Sammy's wife, Nora, thought she saw a strange figure roaming the halls at night and claimed she heard footsteps. She and Sammy got into a huge fight about it, and that's why she left. And unfortunately, it seems she had died of cholera in a sickbed in Karlskrona.
How long ago was it that she took off, and how long has she been trying to stay on top of repairs?
A little less than a year, I think. About 10 months.
For both?
I'm not entirely sure. He didn't quite specify whether the place started falling apart before or after she left, just that they were around the same time.
Do you think he'd let us look at her paintings?
He shrugs. I have no idea.
I think I will ask him after I finish this bread. It is quite nice.
What you should do, Ada, hold on. He sort of takes his soup and shoves it in Ada's direction. What you have to do, Ada, I know you're into just bread and butter. He's kind of like this, your personality and all. But try this. Just try it. Just take your bread and put it into the broth. Just give it a shot.
She takes a bit of it, butters it, and then dips it into the broth, and then takes a nice big bite.
Good, isn't it?
That's a very good broth. That's very enjoyable. Try it with some of this butter. It is quite rich.
I'm not going to get my head into it, but whatever, sure. Mind if I just tear off a hunk?
Go for it.
Excellent. And you just see Seamus with his just giant meat hook hands come in and just tear off probably half the loaf of bread that you have and grab one of the knives off the table. Just big old chunk of butter off of the plate of butter and just slathers it all over the bread. Chews
as
it.
you were all enjoying this jovial meal, you notice that the temperature in the room is beginning to drop. And the lights are dimming and taking on a bluish cast. Even the light from the fire starts to glow blue as it grows steadily colder in the room. And you look up at Clint and see that his eyes are beginning to droop as one by one the people in the room begin to fall asleep where they are. The
Ada
parson
tries
and
to
Jonathan
catch.
fall asleep at their tables. Clint doesn't fall. He's just standing there, but his eyes have slowly fluttered closed. Sven is sitting upright at the bar, also asleep. In fact, the only two unaffected by this, other than you, are Sophia and Sammy. Sophia stands up and begins to wander away up the stairs. And Sammy, standing behind the bar, drops the rag that he was using to polish the surface. And his hands begin to shake. And I need each of you to make a fear test against fear 1.
Uh-oh.
Now, each of you gets, because you're all present in the room at this time, you all get a +3 bonus to this. So I need to look at your sheets to see where it is, because I don't have the fear test.
Yeah, what do we roll for fear?
That's what I am double checking. Ah, crap, it's not here. I'm gonna have to actually look it up in the book. I looked this up earlier and promptly forgot, so...
No worries.
Isn't that always the way?
Always the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. Forget everything. Oh.
Okay.
And be distracted by every goddamn thing.
Ain't that the truth?
Always. Almost there. Okay, there we go. Oh, you get to choose. That's what it is. You choose whether to tackle the situation with logic or empathy. So then you roll that attribute plus a bonus for each number of player characters present in the scene with you with a maximum of +3.
Oh, nice.
So,
okay.
So you can choose whether you want to roll logic or empathy, and then you get a +3.
Okay. Definitely for
And
me.
explain to me why you choose that, or how you
Yeah.
or how you try to rationalize this.
Well, Seamus is going to choose empathy for sure. Just because logic is not his jam. Uh, he's not a logician. He's a guy who really thinks about, when it comes down to it, how well he can stay standing in any situation. But he's not a people person. He actually enjoys being in the company of other people. So when he sees all these people sort of nodding off and falling asleep, he looks at the rest of his group here. None of us are affected, correct?
Correct. None of you are affected.
So then I guess, like, in concert with that, and understanding that none of us are affected, those two as well, Sammy and Sophia, are not affected. And yet, looking over at Sammy and seeing what the hell's going on with him, who seemed all perfectly fine before, I would say that he's sort of empathetic towards this individual.
All right.
So, empathy
Make
plus
your
3. That's just a straight empathy roll, but...
So you need to roll 3 more d6s.
Okay.
See if you guys.
I'll just roll it again, because I have an empathy
There you
3.
go. Perfect.
So I'll just roll it again. Okay.
All right. You succeed. You are fine. You manage to keep it together.
Okay.
Who's next? And are they going with logic or empathy?
I'll go next. I'm gonna go with
Alright.
logic. Ada's a detective. She thinks things through. She figures the reason that we're not affected is because we have the sight, and they're not. Maybe they are affected in a different way. She thinks maybe they're being possessed in some way, or something else is happening. And she figures it has to do with the dreams, that they probably don't have the dreams. Everybody else is affected by the dreams, and this is how it starts, or something like that. So I'm gonna
Okay.
roll logic plus 3, because logic's my thing.
All right. You succeed. You're fine.
I'm gonna go with empathy. Talking to the daughter and hearing her story has made her care for her, and she's a bit worried and wants to know why she ran away. So
All right. You also succeed. And Captain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with logic. I think Carolus is gonna look around at everybody and say, "Well, I knew that the Scotch was strong, but I didn't think he was that strong." Sven, are you dang it, what's the bartender's name?
Sammy.
Sammy?
Sammy, thank you. Sammy, are you having a seizure? And it's not rolling. Why isn't it rolling? Come on.
You got to go to the main screen and put your modifier in.
Ah, that's why. Okay.
You can remember his name by calling him Sammy Sosa.
There we go. Come on.
There we go. All right,
There it
you
goes.
succeed. All of you managed to remain. Yeah, we're going with the first one, obviously. All of you managed to remain unshaken by this as Sammy sort of takes trembling steps. Oh, god damn it! I did the thing.
Oh, he's huge. What happened? He's
Oh god,
Go
he
back
got
to
really
your real-
wide.
they've
Really?
spaghettified him.
Seizure.
No,
Go back
no.
to your real size, Sammy.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
that's
God.
close.
There he is. He's okay.
Somebody's
Close
live
enough.
editing him.
He's a little funky. All right. As he comes out from behind the bar, and he just kind of says, "I made him small. He's little. Whatever.
He's a little
I'll see you
Sammy.
later." There we go. That's better.
Oh my gosh.
As he comes out from behind the bar, and he's sort of looking around. He says, "Nora,
Oh boy.
Nora, I'm sorry." And he makes his way to the door, and he looks at each of you and says, "Please, lock yourself in your rooms. I'll be back." And he just runs out the door and goes, you're not sure where.
I'm gonna peek out the door and see which direction he's going.
He
that was odd.
went in the direction of the stables, but you're not sure where from there.
Well, that was crazy. Is everyone
It
else
certainly was.
is everyone else still asleep? Hello?
Yeah.
Just passes his
Right.
hand in front of everybody else's eyes.
All completely unconscious.
They just seem to
Shite.
be out cold.
Right. I'm going to see where the hell Sophia went. I think she went that way, down the hall. It's,
I'm gonna
She went
join
up-
you.
Yeah, she went up the stairs at the end of the hallway.
right.
Aye.
Elsa, you coming with? Yeah. Yeah, you have a lantern or something, because it's dark as hell, I'm sure.
I don't have one on me.
Don't know if I have something like that.
You can see light filtering down from the top of the stairs. There are lights on upstairs.
Okay, there's
Ah,
lights.
okay.
There's lights on upstairs. We just have to make sure we keep quiet. I don't know what the hell is going on here, but this does not bode well. I tell you that.
You check on the daughter. I'm going to take the opportunity to snoop. I want to
Okay.
get a look at these paintings.
Well, if this is the way, then the paintings are upstairs. At least that's what I thought.
Were they in in Sammy's room or
They're
in
in
a
Nora's.
Nora's, from what I
Nora's
understand, they're all stored in Nora's old room. Just, I think it's upstairs.
yeah, all right.
And Carolus, are you going with them upstairs or are you headed outside?
I'm gonna head outside and follow Sammy.
Okay, we have a splitting of the party. So
Hell yeah.
We're gonna start with Carolus because he's on the same level. Wait, go back to like here.
Oh. Gotcha.
I don't have vision on Carolus, unfortunately, Sarah, so
I will give you control of his token temporarily
Super.
so that you can get his vision.
awesome. Let me know when that
Okay.
has occurred.
Scooby-Doo theme intensifies.
Super intensifies.
Just no cheating and looking at his character sheet.
Why would I do that?
Can be edited, controlled by. There you go.
It would be
Alright.
the perfect.
Oh,
room.
there he is. Okay.
There you go.
I ping him. Ping him.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So you notice that this gate leading into the yard that goes between the stables and the inn, essentially leading to the back garden, is open.
Well, I
is
can't
not when
see
you
the
came in.
gate.
You can't see the gate. All right, I'm gonna give you just like a tiny bit of vision. I'll give you a little bit of dark vision.
Okay.
You can also just give him bright light. Like he emanates bright light.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let's do that. Emits bright light. I'm gonna say you grabbed a lantern on the way out, and now you have 15 feet of light.
Super.
So
Perfect.
if you move yourself there, now you can see the gate.
Ah, look at that. There's the gate.
All right.
The gate is swinging. The gate is open, and you see that there is a path leading into the backyard.
I'm gonna follow the path.
Alrighty, you go ahead and follow the path, and I'm gonna. Oh, I found my test token that I forgot was there. I'm gonna have Sammy emit some light too, so that you will find him when you find him. Alright, there. Alright, so following the path, go on ahead. You find yourself moving towards the backyard and into what was probably once a relatively well-maintained garden. But now it has, just like everything else, fallen into decay. And at this point, the path splits to your left. It heads off to what looks like a root cellar, and to the right towards a decrepit conservatory.
Okay. Do I see any signs of Sammy?
I'm going to say yes. You get the feeling that you hear his voice actually, and it is coming from your right.
Okay, to the right.
You find yourself moving through a lane of large trees with only a few leaves still clinging desperately to their branches amidst the wind and rain that blow around you. Oh, that was way louder than I wanted.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me, Sarah. Why'd you do that to me?
I didn't realize it was that loud.
I was fucking hyper focused on that thing, and then this thing came into my eardrums like a goddamn wow.
You've come up along the fence that borders the property there, and ahead you see the walls of a conservatory. The doors no longer there. The windows have all shattered and there are large cracks and holes in the glass ceiling. And in the middle of it, you just see Stammy looking bewildered, clutching a lantern in his trembling hands. Just saying, Nora! Nora, I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
I'm gonna peek through the open door and see what happens.
Sammy is just standing there, pleading, Nora, I'm sorry, as he looks around. He says, it has to be you and your ghost stories and your whims and feeding them to our daughter. Damn it! And he, swipes a pot off of this table and it just shatters against the back wall as he explodes in a burst of temper before pulling himself back in and saying, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just... Nora, please!
I guess at this point I'm gonna step in and Sammy, is there something I can help you with?
He turns on you, shocked, almost drops his lantern, and says, I thought I told you to lock yourself in your room. Can't you see she's punishing me? She's punishing me because I was right. She left and she died, and that's her fault, but I'm the one being punished.
What do you mean she's punishing you for being right?
She was always obsessed with the occult and strange things and her art and the theater. She wanted to bring musicians here and actors, have them stinking up my inn. And when I told her no, we fought. We fought and she left. She left with them and she died with them. I was right. She should have stayed here. This was her place. Just like Sophia.
So how did she die?
Cholera. In a sickbed in Karlstead.
And what does that have to do with actors in the occult?
I don't know. But that was her obsession. Always with her mind far away and never here.
And what makes you think she can hear you in here?
This was hers. She spent her time here, I thought. Oh, this is ridiculous. Fine, Nora, have it your way. I will not let you take my inn, and I will not let your memory infect our daughter. And he storms off again.
Do I see anything unusual about this room?
Nope, not really. It's a broken down conservatory.
Okay. I guess I will start heading back to the inn.
Should we have gone
Yeah, I'm
up
gonna
the
do as he.
stairs?
Yes, what I'm gonna do. You don't have to worry about walking yourself back, Ben. I am gonna take
Okay.
the others up the stairs, and then I'll bring your token up to meet them.
Sounds good.
I'll bring you. I'm just going to delete you for now, so that you're not on the map in two places if we come back here. All right, and we are going to go to the second floor. Come on, move, little taggy. There we go.
Ooh.
The second
Another
floor
map.
of the Witch Cat Inn.
I don't see anything. Oh, there
Because
we
you're
go.
not
That's
on the
not
map
true.
yet.
Oh,
I
zoom
do.
out.
That's not where you're.
Yeah.
There.
That's not where you're supposed to be. There you go.
Oh, there we go.
So Elsa was up first, and then Seamus, and then Anna. So
Okay.
here we go. I'm gonna take the windstorm out. You find yourself. Oh God, my music is also loud today. You find yourself on the second floor of the Witch Cat Inn in a comfortable seating area with a few cozy couches, chairs, a table with a half-played game of chess between two seats. And you notice two hallways, one here and one down here. He did say that your rooms were at the end of the hall to your right when you came in.
So that would be this hallway here, where our rooms would
That
be?
was your rooms would be down there.
So, where'd she go? Any sign of her?
Make a vigilance check.
Nothing.
You're not entirely sure. Anybody else can also make one if they like. Elsa, you think you might hear footsteps overhead.
I think I might hear her. So down here?
You don't see anything down there that would lead you up further.
Don't see her.
Well, where the hell'd she go?
There's another hallway up here, guys. There you go. At the
Oh,
end of this hallway,
shite.
you notice a ladder leading to a trap door in the ceiling, which logic would dictate probably leads to the attic.
It tell me she had something in the attic. Shadow play.
Right, right. We also should find those pictures, yeah?
Yep, I can go find the pictures. I just have to figure out which room is ours.
Well, just start looking through the rooms. Start with this one right here. Points to the door.
Is this door locked?
That door is locked.
Well, I'm not going to go breaking down doors.
Shite. Well, how about this one over here then? Points to the one to the south of him.
Oh, this
Go
one
ahead
is
and open
not
it.
locked.
That is a guest room. Currently unoccupied.
This one doesn't have any paintings in it. It does have a lovely carpet, though.
Stupid. Shut the door. Try this one up here, north.
Oh, this one is open.
Walking into the room, this room is clearly occupied and larger than the guest rooms, and you get the feeling that it's Sammy's room. It is austerely clean, the bed tightly made, blanket neatly folded at the foot. It's sparsely furnished, and the furniture, though of high quality, is worn.
You could probably bounce a coin off of that bed.
What's this thing at the foot of the bed?
A
That's
footlocker.
I mean, I'm not one to sort of look through other people's stuff. You're a police officer.
Well, that doesn't exactly give me permission. If I see it out in the open, I can look at it, but I'm not going to go through someone's footlocker.
So it has to be open for you to look through it then.
Yes,
Seamus
this
goes
is the rules.
Seamus goes over and tries to open it.
It opens.
But this one's open, you can look through it now.
Seamus,
What?
She's
that's
gonna
not
peer in.
proper.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was open when I found it.
I'll ignore that for now. Does she see any paintings or anything in the footlocker, or is it just like his stuff?
There are no paintings in the footlocker. It just appears to be
Okay.
Sammy's belongings. There's a folded up summer coat. Seems like out of season, mostly out of season clothing.
Yeah, there are no paintings, and the paintings are what interest me. So, this room is investigated, you could say.
Yeah, you're not looking. You're seeing, but you're not looking. I sort of look through the variety of materials inside the footlocker to see if there's anything like books or diaries or anything like that. I'll just look around the room to see if there's anything like that.
I'll say that you find a dog-eared farmer's almanac. That it sort of looks like Sammy has been looking through this, trying to figure out why it seems to be raining more around the Witch Cat in the last 10 months than it normally would, and if there's any logical explanation for what's been going on around the place.
Okay.
And I'm going to say around this time, Carolus, you make your way to the top of the stairs. When you come back into the inn, you just see Sammy sitting at the bar, clutching a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a glass in the other. And as you pass through, he pours himself a stiff drink and slugs it back. And you hear your counterparts in this hallway to the north.
I will head to the north.
All right. Ada, you opened a guest room, and now you find yourself in what you assume to be Sophia's room.
Oh, there are no paintings here.
No paintings in Sophia's room either.
How about this one here? Seamus.
That is another guest room.
Then it looks
So-
like the locked room is the only room that would have the paintings.
As you approach the ladder at the end of the hallway, you hear a timid voice from upstairs say, "The show is about to begin if you're coming."
That's not creepy at all. Right.
You recognize Elsa, you recognize Sophia's.
Hey, Sophia, I'm coming up, I promised.
Hold on. We don't know what the hell's up there.
It's a little girl.
It's not just a little girl, okay?
Yeah, but what if there's two of them up there and they're inviting you to come up to play?
Forever and ever and ever. Yes, I've heard that one before. I don't know where, but it doesn't really matter. I think what we gotta do is check out the locked room at the end of the hall.
Maybe she can help us with that. If it's her mother's room, somebody has to have the key.
I know, but I feel like we're here. I don't want to go up and not be able to not come back down because bad shite is going to happen to us.
Are you saying that you're weary of a little girl?
I don't know. Just stop that. I don't need it. Okay?
I don't mean anything by it. I'm just asking if you're weary.
Weary? No. Wary? Yes. Slight change in accents, but nevertheless.
Oh, right.
Oh, look! Hey, it's Carolus. Hello, Carolus. Nice to see you again. Where the hell did you go?
Went out back to the conservatory and watched the bartender scream at his dead wife.
That's very unusual.
No sign of her.
I would hope
She's
so.
supposed to be gone, isn't she?
Yeah, he said that she left with the actors and ended up dying in a hospital bed.
Dying of what?
Cholera.
Oh,
Guys, I wouldn't yell that. I'm not sure if Sophia knows this.
Well, I wasn't trying to yell it, but I could whisper it if you'd like.
How good
I
is...
don't want to upset her. I'm not sure what she's doing up there.
I think we're kind of losing focus here. Dim at the end of the hall. That's the room that's got the paintings. If we're thinking correctly.
By process of elimination, yes, I think you're right.
So why don't we just, as a matter of recourse, just to ensure that everybody in the place is safe. Don't want anybody falling on anything sharp while they're asleep. Just check in to see if there's any way that maybe one of y'all can open a locked door. Have any potential skills and that kind of thing.
Well, there wasn't always a police officer, so I could probably negotiate the lock.
Do you have lockpicks?
Let me double check her sheet. I think I chose that. No, I didn't.
Well,
Magnifying glass, revolver, and binoculars.
If you don't have lockpicks, I have my own sort of lock pick. It's not necessarily the most subtle of things, but if you don't mind, then I won't.
So,
Did you
said
try
that-
knocking?
I don't think anyone's in there.
I mean, we can try it, knocking, but if it's locking, then why knocking?
We could try that.
Sure,
Either
for some
way.
reason.
that's fine. Let's try it. Let's try it the easy way before I have to try it the hard way. Seamus saunters down the hallway to the locked door.
Yeah.
Front of it.
The hard way reminds me of a Magic the Gathering card. It's called Goblin Lockpick.
Yep.
And it's a goblin picking at a lock and then punching through the glass.
I mean, that's certainly one interpretation. Seamus pulls out from a leather sort of case that's been strapped to his leg a long piece of rebar metal that's been sort of
Well, you guys procured a crowbar.
yeah, I've got it.
We got the crowbar,
I've got that crowbar. He's just been
also known as a pry bar.
indeed. He's just not been like showing it off to people that he's been at inns with. So he pulls out the crowbar and he sort of taps on the door with it. Tap, tap, tap. Anyone in there? Hello?
No answer.
Oh no! I heard someone calling for help. I think that it's important that we open the door.
By all means, pick the lock, sir.
Oh, goodness, absolutely. Seamus pulls out the crowbar, shoves it into the door jamb, and tries to yank it open.
Please make a force roll.
I'll pretend everything is.
Yep, it pops open immediately and swings it.
Well, it's a good thing we were here, and just in the nick of time. Am I right, Elsa? Yes?
Yes, Seamus, yes, okay.
Yeah, yes, after you. I've done my job is done.
Ada, are you sure this is alright?
I'll figure out how to put these square in the circle later.
Okay.
For now, we'll just enter, and I'm blind as a bat in here.
It is very dark in here.
Oh, is there not a light in that room? There should be.
No. No light.
Oh god, that's jeez. Someone turned on the light and it's just blinding.
Sorry. I guess that's the one room I forgot to stick a light in. Dynamic lighting.
Didn't expect us to break in.
This place is a jumbled mess.
It is, in fact, a jumbled mess, as you determine that this is indeed Nora's room. The bed is unmade, blankets are strewn across the floor. There's a colorful abundance of pillows. You see at her table writing supplies. There is an easel with a blank canvas on it, and behind it, a giant stack of canvases lies on the floor. There is a bookshelf overflowing with haphazardly arranged books. A set of cards on the floor as though someone was playing solitaire. and a beautifully painted silk screen.
Well,
Is there something in the writings?
there could be. You should check that out. I'm going to look at the paintings.
All right. We'll start with the paintings, which are okay. They're not, amazing, but they're pretty good for someone with no formal training. They're mostly landscapes. There is a portrait of a much younger Sophia, but nothing that strikes you as odd.
Okay.
As for the writings, you find on her bookshelf many volumes on the occult, many books of ghost stories, books about spirits, lots of folklore, much like you can see the space where the book that Nora has, or that Sophia had, probably came from. And on her desk, you find her journal. I'm about to give you a massive handout.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, where is it? Dance of Dreams handout.
Now it gets juicy.
When the handouts start flying, oh, shit.
Yeah. I have it. I'm going to read it to you.
Oh, my eyes.
Yes. I have it, but it's all below in actual text.
Okay.
So here we go. January 15th. Sorry, everybody, this is a lot. I'm just putting that out there ahead of time. This is very long.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. January 15th. I saw it again last night as I was on my way to empty the window Rutgers chamber pot. The candle in my hand went out, and standing still in the dark corridor on the second floor, I could hear the floorboards move. Someone was walking towards me. I whispered my husband's name, and an unknown voice responded with a word I couldn't understand. The hairs on my arms stood up, and the blood throbbed in my veins. Finally, I dropped the pot and ran downstairs. My footsteps woke several of the guests. I had to spend more than an hour on my knees scrubbing the stench of Rutgers excrement off the floorboard. Sammy was angry. I didn't tell him I'd seen a ghost. It would be adding fuel to the fire. January 17th. Do I really have myself to blame? I know what I did to Sammy, but that was almost 20 years ago. He gets so different when he's angry, and I go mute with fear while he demands answers. Perhaps I should know better than to upset him, but all I did was suggest that the sudden falling apart of the inn might have occult causes. I definitely shouldn't have mentioned the ghost. Now I won't be able to show myself to the guests for a week. The bruises around my neck can be concealed with a collar, and no one can see the pain in my chest and stomach, but my left eye is purple like a plum and my nose is swollen. I fear for Sophia. She's so much like me, and I'd like to tell her everything, but I'm afraid of what Sammy would say. He wants to eradicate all things artistic and sublime from his daughter's body, that which came from me. January 31st. I mentioned my nightmares to Sophia, and it turned out she's been having the same dreams. A man being killed, the murderer sneaking up behind him and cutting his throat with a knife. The body is buried in unconsecrated ground, and suddenly it is my body in the grave. I've been buried alive and I can't get out. All I want is revenge, or peace in death. I wake with a scream. February 7th. The fourth time I saw him, I understood what he was whispering. It's not a word, but a name. Piri. After spending several days pondering the matter, to Sammy's great annoyance, I remembered where I'd heard that name. Sammy's grandfather, who used to run this inn, was named Piri Harjula. There are lots of old letters in the attic. Amongst them, I found a stack of messages all signed with Piri's name, written in code, and addressed to someone in Uppsala. The code was easily deciphered, and now I've shut myself away in my room all morning reading Piri's love letters. Sammy is furious that I've neglected my duties. He's banging the kitchen walls and throwing saucepans against the floor. Poringeli. February 8th. I now know who the dead man is. Piri writes of his guilt and feelings of remorse over a murder he committed. He killed a man named Oscar Hjort by slitting his throat. This happened during a meeting with 3 people from Uppsala. One of them was named Albert. Oscar was unwilling to cooperate, but what he was meant to do, I am unsure of. They buried his body somewhere in our garden. Piri says that instead of having a priest consecrate the ground, they desecrated his body with magic. He fears that he has damned the inn and condemned himself to hell. March 1st. Sophia has been quiet and withdrawn for some time now. I sat down to talk with her and she told me that she dreams of setting up a theater. She wants to put on shows here at the Witch Cat. I think it's a brilliant idea. I have sent an invitation to the Troll Dreams Theater Troupe, mostly to attract customers, but also to inspire Sophia. They will pass through here in early April. This time, I won't let Sammy get his way. March 19th. Sammy saw the letter from the theater director, and as I'm writing this, I have hid in the stable like a naughty child. He hit me with a fireplace poker. Everything went black and I woke up on the floor. I lost the feeling in the fingers of my left hand and they are still numb. Blood, saliva, snot, and tears are running down my face, so I need to keep this paper away from my body to avoid staining it. I'm so scared. April 3rd. If I stay here, he'll kill me. Tonight I'm packing my things and I'm taking Piri's letters with me. I'll show them to Sophia when I come for her. Perhaps we will return to the Witch Cat one day when Sammy has died or come to his senses. Then we can go looking for ghosts together. And as you read the last bit, I need everyone to roll me a 1d100.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Wow, that was a Lord drop like I've never experienced.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, I need Ada and Seamus to both roll again, please. Okay. Seamus,
Ah, fuck.
you begin to feel a strange tingling sensation at the base of your skull. And as it creeps up over you, I need you to make an observation roll.
Not very good at that, but I still
Okay.
got one success.
You get the feeling that something was trying to take control of you. But you managed to shake it off.
That's not good. I am not about this.
You okay, Seamus?
Nope, not okay. I think this is we just I'm going to just take a step outside, if you don't mind. Seamus steps out.
That was a lot. I feel as though Sammy needs to be spoken to.
I'm more worried about his daughter. If he is a violent person, she's not safe here.
I don't think there's a question about him being violent.
Well, we found out what may have happened here. It's caused all this stir. Think it's time to go upstairs and see what's up there.
I think you're right. I also think it might be a good idea to, after that, go and take a look at the place that Sammy stormed off to. I have a feeling it's connected a little more than we think. I'm wondering if she actually died of cholera, or if he's covering up his own crime.
You're saying murder runs in the family.
I think so.
there's no way to prove it unless we find her.
That's why I want to go to the place where he stormed off to earlier. I have a feeling he went there for a reason.
No, they never found Oscar's body either. So, we're going to find some semblance of wherever the hell this entity, this spirit, this ghost, whatever you want to call it, unclean thing is haunting the grounds. Tried to get into my head. A couple minutes ago, I feel something did anyway. Shook it off.
I think searching for bodies in the garden and in the observatory is probably best done in the daytime.
I think you're right. When the storm passes, let's go have a look at this shadow play.
Well, let's be about it then, shall we? And I think
Fia, honey, we're coming up.
Right, you guys want to gather yourselves at the end of the hallway here. I'm just going to clump you up so I can copy pasta. And we'll head to the Witch Cat attic.
Shift being bliss.
I have to paste you first.
Oh, there we go. Jesus. What a mess.
Alrighty. And I need to
Oh, there we are.
grab Sophia and put her on the map so she's here. And as you come up into the Witch Cat attic, it is a mess, just like everywhere else in the Witch Cat Inn. There is jumbles of broken furniture, piles of moldering old books, crates of supplies, dusty rugs rolled up in the corner. But strung across the middle is a patchwork curtain. And standing in front of it is Sophia. She says, I'm so glad that you've come to see my play. Please, come in. And she parts the curtains and goes and takes her place beside the stage. And you can see that in the back, she has created a makeshift theater. Behind the curtains, she has built an advanced shadow theater and set up chairs for an audience. The theater consists of lanterns, paper figures on sticks, and cloth screens that can be replaced to show different backgrounds. Everything is connected to rails and clockwork mechanisms, and by turning a crank, the light sources and the figures look like they can be moved around and the background replaced.
This is a sophisticated setup. Sophia, did you do all this yourself?
I did. It came to me in a dream.
And who told you in that dream?
I believe his name is Oscar, but please have a seat. The play will explain everything.
Oh, God. Why? Why do I have to get myself involved in this shite?
The play is
And-
about to begin.
As you all take a seat, she begins. Where is it? I can't find my music. Aw, man, do I not have it in here? I don't have it in here. Crap. Okay, well, then we'll just keep with this because my creepy music box music isn't here.
Or, I'm just gonna put this out there.
Yeah.
Or we could go to break, and then when we come back...
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. As she begins to turn the crank,
Oh, shit.
we shall go to break, and I will find my music and load it while we are on break. I like this plan. Excellent idea, Matt.
Love it. All right.
All right. So 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to load this music in.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, guys. Everybody, go grab some beverages, hold on to your butts, and we'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes for the second half. Session 2 of Vaesen, the Dance of Dreams. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second half of Session 2 of Vaesen, the Dance of Dream, where our players are about to be enthralled by a shadow play. And as they take their seats, Sophia begins to turn a crank with her hand. And as the lanterns flicker and the figures begin to move, a music box begins to play. And she narrates the tale that unfolds before you. A young man wanders through Europe, seeing things few people are fortunate enough to witness. He dances with queens and visits Versailles and the Palais Royal. There, people perform his plays and praise his name, and life dances on like a dream. But the People's Revolution sweeps the land with grenades and fire, and those who were playing and singing end up dead by the side of the road. The young man flees the song of the guillotine. Our hero returns home to a city in the north. He walks through its gates without shoes, poor and mute. The house where he was born is burnt to ashes, and his family is missing. He kneels by the side of the road begging for coin, and no one knows that his name was once sung in the palaces of Europe. Suddenly, he sees things no one else does. Creatures creeping, flying, and crawling. As the invisibles reveal themselves to him. When he points them out to others, he is mocked and beaten. A man picks him up from the street and has him bathed and clothed. The man's name is Albert, and his mansion is a place of love and song. Our young hero performs his plays and sings to him for days and nights, and they eat fruit and drink wine. Albert introduces his friends. In the young man's dreams, they are all dancing together. But the dreams lie. And as Sophia is narrating, you notice that her eyes glaze over and her body loses all tension except for the arm turning the crank, which seems to be moving by itself, as if suspended with invisible wires from the ceiling. Her voice begins to deepen until it clearly becomes a voice that is not her own, as the story continues. It was you. You brought me here. You asked me to sit down and talk. We spoke of the future of the world. I have the right to refuse, you said so and smiled. And then you butchered me like a pig one hangs from the ceiling. You buried my body in unholy ground without priest or consecration. Now, dreams are all I have left. I gaze out over the audience at the Palais Royal. I dance with princesses. I eat cake. I look up into your eyes, Albert, and I let you take my dirty hand. You summon me to Piri's Inn. You make me a villainous proposition, and I decline. You cut me up. I scream, not wanting to die. And now, at last, you are back. Welcome. And with the last word of the tale, the earth shakes as though there is an earthquake. The lights flicker, Sophia's arms go limp, and a monstrous creature appears before you.
Fuck.
God damn it, and I can't get it. Oh my goodness. There it is. Come on. Why can't I get to the GM lair? They changed everything and now I can't get where I want to be.
They always
And I
have
keep
to fix
There we
what's
go.
not
And
broke.
Nope, that was me accidentally turning on a light.
It's okay.
GM lair. Why are you not taking me to the GM lair when I tell you to take me to the GM lair?
If it ain't broke, break it.
So the game doesn't want you to kill us, Sarah. It just doesn't. It's basically
Okay,
saying,
here we
don't do it.
All right,
It's not cool.
there we go.
No.
All right,
Ah,
there we go.
God damn
A
it.
monstrous creature
The
stands before you.
Fuck.
And as it appears, I need each of you to make a fear test against fear 2. So you all get a +3, but you need 2 successes to come out unscathed.
Jeez.
All right, Elsa standing fast with her empathy. Seamus. Oof.
I didn't roll my modifier, so I just get to roll 2 more d6s.
Oh, right. Roll it again. 3 more. So just roll empathy again.
Okay, cool.
Fail. Oh, wait. Sorry, that was Iron. Okay,
yeah,
so
that was Carolus.
Carolus fails. Seamus
Fuck.
also fails. Ada?
And we can use either empathy or logic.
Or logic, yes. And Ada succeeds. So as this creature appears before you, it lets out a horrifying shriek and rushes towards you, passing through you,
What the fuck?
and disappears. Seamus and Captain Carolus, you each take a mental condition.
Are they covered in
So,
slime?
to remind you how that works.
Yeah, we got 4 different mental conditions, right? Or 3.
Because
3.
3 mental conditions. You can choose to be angry, frightened, or hopeless.
Oh, definitely frightened. 100% frightened.
Okay. And Carolus, angry, frightened, or hopeless?
Angry.
Angry. All right. So, please, each of you mark off a mental condition on your sheet that will give you a -1 to any mental roll that you make until the condition is cured.
Has anyone here seen Supernatural?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
There's an episode where Dean Winchester becomes the opposite of what he
Oh,
usually is,
it's-
and he screams in that episode. That's what I
It's one of the-
imagined
Yes.
Seamus did.
Oh!
Is one of the funniest episodes ever. All right.
Or that scream that Mulder did.
Yeah. Oh!
All right. So, Sophia steps out from behind the curtain. The fog has lifted from her vision. What do you do?
What was that? What the hell was that? Sophia! Sophia!
Sophia, are you okay?
I think so. Yes. Did you like the play?
Oh, don't tell me, did you like to play? What the hell was that flipping thing that just rushed us?
Sophia, is Oscar here?
No. You mean the ghost?
Yes.
I don't see him right now.
But he was here.
Yes. My mother wrote notes about him in her room.
And what does he want?
I don't know.
He never told you
Well-
why he was here?
I always see the same thing in my dreams. In my dream, I'm always a man. And the story is always the story of the play.
Okay.
No,
I think.
I don't know why you're so flippin' calm about this whole thing. This little girl clearly is off her rocker, and there's something out here that just fucking passed right to Carolus and me.
Yes.
I mean,
Elsa, go ahead and make an empathy roll. All right. As Seamus is ranting in his fear, you get the sense that Sophia is confused by what has happened, and that she misses her mother. And from earlier, your conversation, you have already concluded that she's afraid of her father. But she misses her mother, and she is confused by what is going on right now.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Sophia. Just stay here. Stay out of sight.
I have a
Okay.
distinct feeling that she is not the target of any kind of harm.
Well, not from the ghost, anyway.
More than likely not. But I still would like to go to that conservatory and have a look around.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay, give me 1 second, and I will move you back to the second floor.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum,
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm just gonna clump you up again.
Mm-hmm. Shit, do we have a Scooby-Doo group again? Who's who?
Well, her real name is Velma.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, that's right. I left you guys down there, so you're already there. All right, cool. So, as you climb down the ladder from the second floor and begin to make your way down the hall, you see Sammy standing outside of Nora's room, and he does not look pleased.
I'm still up in the attic.
Yeah.
So am I.
Oh, he didn't move you?
Just grab the
No.
bookmark.
Oh, I did. It didn't slide. I thought it did.
Yep. All
There
right.
you go.
Ah, there we go.
Group. Uh-oh. There's Sammy at the end of the hallway.
What have you done? Who's been in her room? Nobody goes in her room.
Well, we thought we heard something in there. The door was locked. It was an emergency.
Thought you heard something. Don't be absurd. Nobody's been in that room except me, and I have the only key. And he shakes the ring of keys at his waist. You're just like her, aren't you? Poking your nose in things that don't have anything to do with you.
We are just trying to help, Sammy.
Help? Help? My wife is dead. My child is an idiot. How can you possibly help?
Now hold on there, my good man. Seamus rolls up his sleeves, steps up past Captain Carolus, says, it's one thing to have, mixed relations with your missus. She don't say anything about your kids. You know what I'm saying? You hear me?
And I,
As you
one,
say the word kids, his eyes glaze over for a second, and he just sort of stares into nothing. And you see just sort of a quick shiver go up his body, and then he blinks and he says, "Kids, the boy. I killed the boy. Albert, Katya, Hilma. I killed the boy. I must be punished for my sins. I must. And he takes off down the stairs.
What the
no, hold on, wait. I
Shite.
think we should go after him.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What does it mean, killed the kids?
Well,
Kid, singular, the
boy.
boy.
Oh, the boy. Yeah.
He said he killed the boy.
Killed Albert? Who the hell is Albert?
No, okay. To clarify, when he says Albert, Katya, Hilma, he looks at 3 of you. Seamus, he calls you Albert. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He calls Carolus Albert, and then he calls Elsa Katya, and he calls Ada Hilma.
Who the hell are those people? Do you know? What? No.
The society used to hang out here. I think they've been here before.
I have a feeling that we're connected and the same with the same society? In the same circle?
I don't even want to consider what the hell that even means. Shite, let's just follow him. And Seamus will run down the stairs.
Yeah, Corolla chases off after him.
All right. Everybody's running down the stairs. Cool. I'm gonna move you guys back down to the first floor. Are you all here? Oh, I could take myself to the first floor too. That would help. And let me give you a Carolus. All right, hold on. You're all running away real quick. Carolus. I'm gonna keep saying your name wrong every single time I say it.
I keep calling
Corolla.
them Corolla.
All right. You do notice as you come down the stairs that this door here, which was previously closed, is now open.
Oh. And we don't
Check
see.
out the room.
Yeah, we don't see him in the main.
You do not see Sammy in the main room, but you do notice that door is now open.
Shit. He's in there. I follow Captain Carolus.
Try this door.
Go ahead, you can click it to open it. Yep, there you go.
Oh,
It is a bedroom. Sammy is not there.
this fucking door's not opening. He like jams on the handle here to the
No! I must pay for my sins! Leave me be!
Fucking hell! Pulls out the
Tell-
crowbar.
Tell Sammy that I love him and I'm sorry.
No. Wait, tell Sammy that I love him. Is that the voice of Sammy who's saying that?
The words are coming out of Sammy's mouth, but the phrasing is different. Go ahead and make an observation.
Okay. Now
Just
observation.
him or everyone?
Observation.
Observation in this game is like insight.
Yeah, but I have a mental condition. So do I have to put
If you clicked on, let's see how the sheet works. If you've checked off one mental condition,
I have.
I think it will automatically do it for you.
Well, I have
Let's try
0 in observation, so this should
Oh, well then it'll still roll whatever your base.
my base.
It'll roll your Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah. You
Here we go. This will be fun. Yeah, dope. It's amazing. That's absolutely too.
You're not sure what's going on, but if anybody else would like to roll, who hears this and
Sure.
hears Seamus questioning this out, would like to roll observation. All right, Elsa, you're pretty sure that Sammy thinks he's Peary.
Seamus,
You remember
I think
that
that's his father.
The grandfather who raised him, but you
Yeah.
remember in Nora's journal, she uncovered that Peary murdered Oscar Hjort.
Mm-hmm.
And you think that Sammy now, for whatever reason, Sammy now thinks that he is Peary.
Seamus already has the crowbar out, about to bust this door open.
This
Go
is
ahead and
really
roll
the
force.
message?
The door flies open. And as the door flies open, you see Sammy with a rope around his neck step off of the bed.
Oh, fuck! I will jump for him.
All right, go ahead and make a...
Is the door supposed to be open, by the way, Sarah? Sorry, I didn't know.
Oh, sorry, I didn't open the door yet.
Okay.
So many things going on. and
There's a
now
lot. There's a lot. This is a lot.
Now there's a character sheet in my way. All right. There you go. Okay, open. And
Oh,
I'm gonna
jeez.
say make me that's right. Agility is a thing in this game. Make me an agility roll.
Oh, okay. I'm alright with that.
All right, you manage to grab his legs and support the weight of his body, but I'm going to need you to make a force roll to see if you can hold him up as he is kicking and screaming against you.
Stop moving around, you bleeding idiot!
Captain, tried to cut them down. I'm going to help
All right,
Seamus.
you got 2 successes on that. I need to make a roll for him. And he's just going to make a straight force roll. No modifiers. It is a tie, so you are struggling. His feet are still off the ground, but he is struggling against that rope.
Carolus, cut him down, for fuck's sake!
I'm gonna try to help Seamus.
All right, what are you gonna do?
Try to hold him up.
You're gonna try to hold him up, make a force roll. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. Seamus. Okay, there you go. That works. I'll take it. All right, so you and Seamus together are holding him up off the ground. He is still struggling against you. I'm gonna see. That's a grand total of 4 now between the two of you. I'm gonna see if he can beat that. Probably not. Nope, he only rolled 1 success. So you guys have got him restrained as he struggles against you. There's still a rope around his neck, and you guys are the only thing between him and death. What are you gonna do?
Really
I'll hear you, Ben.
I think Carolus. Ben, did you just roll something? Sorry. Oh, he's muted.
He
bet.
rolled saber. You're cutting the rope.
Yeah,
cutting the
cutting
rope.
the rope.
Yep, that's 1 success. You managed to slice the rope with your saber. Sammy is now being held by Seamus and Ada with the cut rope around his neck. He is no longer tied to the ceiling.
Just get him on the bed! Get him on the bed! I just sort of struggle to shift his weight onto the bed.
Ada
All
helps
right. That, I'll say you can do that without. You can get him onto the bed. I'll move him onto the bed.
Okay.
And as the two of you pin him down, his struggles slowly weaken. His eyes glaze over, and he falls asleep. Like everyone else downstairs.
Fucking
That
hell.
was exciting. A bit too exciting. She wipes sweat from her brow.
That was a close call. Good work.
And appearing above him on the wall, written in blood as if by a shaky hand, you just see the words, Piri the Traitor.
You don't say that every night.
I would like each of you to make a learning roll.
Learning. What's that?
Mm,
What does this learn?
Learning.
got 1 success from Ada, 2 from Elsa, none from Carolus. All right. So, Ada, with everything that you have seen so far,
Yes.
and having taken some time to flip through some of the occult books in Nora's library, you are determining that what's happening here must be the work of a revenant, a haunted spirit filled by hate against those that have wronged it in life. A revenant is often invisible, but is known to take the shape of a monstrous being with sharp teeth and claws, much like what you saw upstairs. In addition,
Yeah.
Elsa, you know that the revenant can draw the very life out of a person with its ghostly embrace. It can also control a person's soul using magic. Now remember, in this game, we don't kill monsters. We learn how to defeat them. So you need to figure out how, in this place, you can find out how to defeat a revenant. I will point you towards the library of occult books upstairs.
I was thinking the same thing. I think we need to go back upstairs and go through those books again. There must be something in there.
I think you're right. I think we came to the same conclusion that this is a revenant.
Nora was I think she knew something.
I think you're right too. But what's actually the thing we saw was a revenant.
So you're gonna
So,
go back upstairs to look at the books?
Oh, yeah.
is this here gonna be alright? This one.
It appears
For
to
now.
be asleep
Should leave
for
him.
the moment.
Should we leave him like this? I'm afraid it's gonna perhaps have further suicidal thoughts.
Maybe take the rope with us.
Good idea. Perhaps even further, just take the rope, tie his hands to the bed.
No, we don't need to use the rope. And then she reaches and pulls out the manticles that she carries. Like they look like sort of like handcuffs, but older.
Nice.
No, we can do this.
Fair. All right. Still,
Gonna look for something secure to restrain him, like to keep his hands behind his back, but on something.
I'd say one of the bedposts, probably.
Okay,
It's a pretty sturdy bed.
sounds good. And we'll set him down, and she'll do that.
All
There we
right.
go.
So Sammy has been restrained. There you
Yeah,
go.
good
Stick a
boy,
little net
Sammy,
on him.
and don't move.
He's still completely unconscious.
got a house full of unconscious people, and we've got
And
a,
one
Some are very
very angry
confident
ghost.
speakers.
an angry spirit.
And a depressed one, it seems.
When I was a wee lad, my mother told me stories of spirits that haunted the moors near Killarney. There was an old woman who died. She was accused of being a witch. The villagers took her and pressed her with stones.
That's horrible.
Forced her to confess in the name of Jesus that she was in league with the devil. What was even scarier is that the stories say that as they heaped these weights upon her, that all she could do was laugh. Just laugh incessantly. Hundreds of pounds of stone heaped upon her body. And through the cracking ribs, gushing of her guts, that's all they heard was just laughing. Years passed and people heard nothing of her. Dug a grave far from any churchyard. But on the moors, they say that they still see some old woman floating amongst the stones, laughing. Never believed in ghost stories.
Well, you better start believing in ghost stories because you're in one.
It's a good line. Don't know where that's gonna go from here, but write it down someday. Maybe someone will use it. So let's find out how to defeat this feckin' thing and go out and have a pint, yeah?
I think that's a good plan.
So, I'm not going to shift you upstairs just to go back into the bedroom. So we'll just theater of the mind this one. You go into Nora's room and you begin searching through the various occult books, and you start to notice that some of them have sort of little scraps of paper stuck in them, and you see some notes in what you recognize to be Nora's handwriting. And Elsa was right. Nora was starting to figure out what was going on after she found those letters from Peary saying that he had killed Oscar Hjort. And eventually you come across a book with a big red ink circle around a passage that states that a revenant can only be removed by putting its soul at rest, which happens when you bury it in consecrated ground. And you remember that that was part of Oscar's story. You buried me in unconsecrated ground. And in Peary's letters, they even said they desecrated his body with magic. So if you're going to get rid of this revenant, you need to find Oscar's body, somehow get it in consecrated ground. Be it by consecrating the ground that he's in, though none of you are a priest, or by moving him somewhere that is consecrated.
Isn't there a church that we passed on the way here?
The
Yeah.
church is about 2 kilometers down the road, yes.
The
It would
priest
take
is
a while.
right out here in the
Mhm.
the main room.
No, but he's fast asleep. You can't wake him up.
Sure, we could find a way.
I
Everyone's
think
dead
I think we
asleep.
need him to consecrate it.
Poor choice of words.
Consecrate
Dead
what?
asleep.
The garden.
Are we sure it's there?
Why don't we just dig up the feckin' bones and bring him to the churchyard and throw him in a hole there?
But who knows what the Revenant can do while we're trying to do that?
I don't see any of the four of us consecrating any of the ground out there.
Let me try to wake up the priest. It is worth a shot. I mean, we still have to try and find the bones as is.
As you start to make your way through the dining room, you hear what sounds like maybe a cough or a sneeze coming from the bathroom.
Oh crap.
Oh,
And then
I know who that is.
a loud barking laugh comes from Jonathan Nice over here as the sleepers begin to twitch, to shuffle, and to slowly awake, but not really awake. As in, they begin to move and stand and shuffle. But they don't seem to be of themselves. It's almost as if invisible strings are pulling and tugging at them as they whisper names. Albert, Hilma, Katya.
Oh, that's not good.
Albert, Hilma, Katya.
Maybe we better get out to the garden.
I think so.
And bar
Waking
the
up
door.
is not an option. Leave the
And
priest.
They do. Oh, he shouldn't be there at the bar anymore. He's gone. Yes, as they start to shuffle in your direction, you hear a rattling as the bathroom door opens and Lisa Finkel comes shuffling out. They're not moving quickly, but they're definitely moving in your direction.
Ah, balls. Shit.
All right. And I'm going to give you all quickly an aura of light so that you can see a little bit.
Was there any way of barring the door to keep them from opening it? Does the door open in or
Not
out?
with that. The door opens in.
Damn. Okay. Maybe we should have
And
kept that rope and then put it in front of the door so they trip over it
Oh, that would've
as
been
they come
good.
out.
nice booby traps. Remember for the future. All right, you all have 15 feet of bright light. As you make your way towards the back. The wind is still howling.
Where is it? Carolus!
The observatory is, I guess, would that be east?
It's this way.
We shared the bodies out here.
More than likely.
We're just sort of racing down the path here.
Yep, you are running. The wind is whipping through the branches of the trees and leaves flutter about you as you come upon the destroyed conservatory. Now, the conservatory has a marble floor.
I was gonna say.
And it looks
is-
old. It looks more than 50 years old. So the chances of somebody being under this floor, buried, I'm just going to put it out there, are slim.
All right.
So does anything out here look like a garden?
Well, I mean, everything out here is a garden. The conservatory is just one
Okay.
building in it. However, it was Seamus who was talking to Jonathan Nice when Sven mentioned that he had that dream of being buried alive after he'd gotten locked in the root cellar.
What?
Maybe worth checking out.
What? Where is the root cellar by the stables?
Yeah, it's this direction.
Shit! We went the wrong fucking way!
Well, mistakes were made, but we can correct them.
And you notice a gated doorway right here, a wooden doorway leading into what you assume to be the root cellar.
Well, that's not super scary looking or nothing.
Are you going to go in?
Ah, crap cakes. Follow.
You did say it was a door, right?
Yeah, it's a door. It's a wooden door.
Hey, Seamus,
Yeah.
bust the door off of the hinges so that we don't get locked in there.
Sure.
Nice.
I mean, I've done it before. I'll do it again.
It's wood. I'm not even going to make you roll
Thank
force.
you.
It's wood. It's wet. You pry that thing off immediately with no difficulty.
Wet wood's
And
floating.
find yourselves oh wait, I have to go to the map too. In a space much larger than you had imagined.
Oh.
And it's clear that the Revenant's magic has in some way infested this place as you find yourself entering what almost feels like a cavern. It's wet, it smells of mildew and rotten food. A rat scurries across your foot. You see maggots infesting a pile of rotten vegetables.
Well,
And the feeling of magic here is strong. You all sense like the hair on the back of your necks is rising. And as a wind that you can't quite tell where it blows from, you hear that voice, the same voice that you heard coming from Sophia's mouth, just whispering snippets of things.
It's
My right to decline. Albert, my love. My name was danced in Paris. Katya! Hilma. You let Piri kill me and I will. My right to decline. You were everything to me. Seamus is in a wall. Let me pull it
Yeah,
out there.
I'm hitting invisible
Yeah.
walls all over the place.
Oh, you shouldn't. Okay.
I can't. This is like I'm in Foundry. I can't. Ouch. God damn. All right, there we go. Nope, still hitting invisible walls.
yeah, they're everywhere.
And as you round the corner, suddenly each of you is struck with the same vision right about there. You see Oscar, but not as a revenant, as a young man in expensive clothes with his eyes glittering with love. He looks to the side at someone you can't see, and then out of nowhere, his neck bursts open as if cut by a knife, gushing blood, and he falls to the ground. He tries to scream, but only lets out a gurgling sound. His body decays in an instant and is covered with maggots. I need each of you to make a fear test.
Jesus.
Now, because you have seen him as a revenant, it's only a 1 and not a 2.
Okay. Not gonna be very much better.
Do we have the bonus?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you still get the +3 bonus.
Okay. +3. Alright, so here's 2 more. Nope. And then 1 more d6. Nope.
Alright, so everyone except Anna takes another mental condition.
Oh, god damn.
First for Elsa, and the second for Carolus and Ada. What are you going to do?
I got a second one too, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oh man, I got a second mental condition. Fantastic.
Frightened.
Angry. I see this and
Alright.
I'm pissed.
You're alone in this root cellar.
I think this is where his body is.
Right here, under the dirt.
More than likely right where we saw him die.
Right, and he points to the ground. Right there, eh? Well,
Yep.
none of us have any shovels or anything, do we?
Oh, there's probably a shovel laying around in here somewhere. There's all kinds of shit and debris in this room.
Fantastic.
I'm sure you can
Start
find
digging.
digging implements.
Yeah, I'll double back
Yeah.
and find a shovel.
Start digging.
And you just watch as Seamus is digging. He's just like, he's sweating, but he's just like cursing in Gaelic under his breath. And his eyes are wild. His hair is sweaty mop, essentially.
So you're digging
Yep.
and digging. Is anyone helping Seamus, or are you all just watching him do the
Oh,
work?
no.
Yeah, I'm noticing you
I'm
guys are
digging.
like a little like distant from me right now. I'm like, is there some
Trying
reason?
to get over there.
Yeah, I would love to try
they-
and get there, but unfortunately there seems
Yeah.
to be something blocking me.
Invisible
I can't-
walls. Invisible walls.
I don't know what's going on with that. There shouldn't be any invisible walls there.
It's alright, I've heard that excuse before. Sorry, Matt, I tried to help you, but there was an invisible wall.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
There are no walls of force in this game. And as you dig, everyone's in the walls. Get out of the walls, you guys!
I can't.
Ow!
Oh my god. Oh, you got out of the wall and now you can't get back in. Okay, there you go. Now you're all in.
Oh my god.
There we
The
go.
only place where the walls aren't is where they are on the
I
map,
know.
think.
It's like, yeah, I guess so.
And you begin to hear voices. Katya. Albert. Fury. Hilma. As the sleepwalkers begin to appear from around the corner.
Dig
And
faster.
with a great rumbling.
Dig it! Fucking hell!
Right as your shovel hits bone, the Revenant appears. Turn that down, that's loud.
But very dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
The Revenant appears before you and lets out a vicious roar, his hands gesturing towards the sleepers. And I think it's time to roll initiative.
Oh, shit!
Let me get the turn order open here.
So is this another where we just roll d10s?
D10. Yep, roll a D10.
Got it. Oh, Elsa.
I'll roll again.
No, you rolled first.
Another 10.
You rolled another 10. I'll take the 10. You take whatever else it is.
A 5.
There you go.
I'm trying to remember how to add a turn to the order when you don't have an initiative roller.
So right-click on any token and say add
Yep.
turn.
There it is. There's add turn. Okay, so add turn, add turn. Turn.
I forgot to click my token. I'm sorry.
No, you don't. You can't when
It
you're
wouldn't
doing
have
a
mattered.
D10. I have to do this, and we'll let Nice be, or I'll let Ingeli be the sleepwalkers. All right. So, what do we got here? We've got Elsa with a 10.
Elsa got a 5 because we both
Elsa
rolled
got
10.
a 5. Okay. So Elsa got a 5. Seamus has a 10. Carolus has a 6. Ada has a... Hey, save that number, please. Ada has a 3. Oh, I need to roll for them. I got everybody else in there. Wait, what the fuck? Why are we not...
I'm
Yeah, I
changing
know.
mine to a 10. There you go.
Ah! Okay, see, people keep changing shit and then it jumps around and I click on the wrong thing. That's what happened. So Ada has the 3.
Correct.
Alright, and then I need to roll.
No 3s, no
7
5s, no
and a
6s.
9.
Perfect.
Alright, so 7 and 9. Alright, and then I want the other order. Sort. There we go. Alright. So, that music wasn't on loop. Quick reminder, as this is our first official conflict of the game, that here in Vaesen, generally, you're not going to kill them, but you can do anything you want to try to hold them off as you get this body out of the ground and do whatever you're going to do with it. And the sleepwalkers are slowly approaching. I'm going to call all of this one zone, but moving even within the zone is a fast action. So if you want to take a look, I will remind you that here in the combat handouts, there is a combat actions handout to remind you how combat works. So slow actions, attacking, grappling, running away. Fleeing in this case means leaving combat altogether. So if you flee, you're out. You're not doing anything. Persuade, lure an enemy somewhere, perform a ritual, survey the situation, treat people for injuries, climbing a wall, unnecessary fast actions, drawing or swapping your weapon, standing up, dodging or parrying as a reaction, breaking free, holding on, or chasing as a reaction, resisting magic. I'm like talking as a free action. I'm ruling that as it is. All right, so turn order. Where'd my turn order go? There it is. Ada, you're up first. What are you gonna do?
Wait, that's how that works?
Yeah.
I rolled the
Yeah,
lowest?
lowest goes first in this game.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going to see y'all next week. I'm trying to think of if there's anything that I can do to either distract the Revenant or I guess she'll just continue to try and dig up the bones.
All right, so you're gonna keep digging? That's fine. Keep digging. That will count as your slow action. I'm gonna say I'm gonna set down a dig counter. So it will take a grand total of 4 slow actions by anybody to get those bones out of the ground. So Ada, you have committed 1 of them. So now that means 3 more slow actions are needed. All right, I looped. Why are you not looping? Oh, it's just got to pause. That's fine. All right, so Ada, that is your turn. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. God damn it. There you go. There we go. Elsa, it is your turn.
I will also continue to dig.
All right, Elsa is also digging. So that is 2 digs down, 2 to go. Carolus.
Let's see. How close are the amblers?
The amblers, they'll each move closer to you on their next turn, but only maybe 2 of them will get to you guys.
Okay. Screw it. I'm gonna keep digging.
All right, digging. 3 digs down, 1 dig to go, and the Revenant is up. And let's see. Carolus, I think you are the closest.
Sounds good.
So he is just going to swing at you with his claws.
Okay.
He reaches out a deathly claw. Would you like to try to dodge or parry said claw? You have a reaction left because you didn't use your fast action.
Yes.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out which one of those I'm better at.
That's fair.
How do I
dodge? I'm pretty sure dodge is an agility roll.
Just agility?
Yeah. Dodge is agility, or parry would be your close combat.
Got it. We're gonna do parry then.
All right, parry away.
Where's my close combat? There it is. Okay.
So just do your saber, yeah.
Oh, just do the saber?
Yep.
All right. Hold on.
Oh my gosh!
Dang it.
Okay. Oh, all right. So you attempt to parry, but his claws just knock your sword out of the way, and you will take 1 physical condition.
All right. I guess battered.
All right, battered it is. And that is his turn. He's going to stay right where he is. And it is the sleeper's turn. So these 2 are going to move here. They're not super fast, so
Well, I mean, they're
They're gonna
sleepwalkers.
stick. Exactly. So I'm gonna say only Sven gets close enough to you guys. And so he is going to just make an unarmed attack. They don't have weapons or anything. He's going to make an unarmed attack at Seamus.
Okay.
So that's just going to be a close combat roll.
Oh no, they're gonna slap us like cads.
Do you want to try to dodge or parry that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to what's the skill for dodge? That's
Dodge is agility, and parry is, well, like whatever. For you, I guess it would be your unarmed strike or your brass knuckles or whatever.
I guess. What skill does the brass knuckles use? Does that use close combat?
That would be close combat.
They're both the same. Agility is 2, close combat is 2. So either way, I'm gonna just dodge. Agility is fine.
All right, dodge. You matched him, so you managed to dodge out of the way as he sort of slowly swings at him. You laughing to yourself, this kid doesn't know how to box. You're a boxer, man.
Seriously, duck and weave.
Yeah, so you're good. And that is the end of the Sleepwalker's turn. Seamus, you're up.
Yeah, who is that? Is that Sven who just tried to throw a right hook at me?
That is Sven who just tried to throw a right hook at you.
Shit. So yeah, after, looping underneath his arm, Seamus just instinctively just jabs the kid in the face.
All right, roll it.
Sorry about this.
All right, that's 2 successes. He used his fast action to move, so he cannot dodge, so he's gonna take that hit. And with that, he falls to the ground, once again, completely asleep.
Seamus just kind of like looks down. He's like, didn't even hit him that hard. Keep digging! He's looked down from the ground from like this like giant 7-foot tall monster, and he's like, shh, keep digging!
All right, and that's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's my number turn.
All right, Ada, you're up.
I take the last dig action.
All right, last dig action. Congratulations, you have freed Oscar's bones from the earth. That was your slow action. Do you want to do anything with your fast action?
Can I gather the bones?
Yeah, I would say you can do that as part of completing the dig. You can get the bones.
Oh, okay.
So you have the bones.
Now, I need to go back to the handout for combat to look at the.
You've got fast action left. You can move
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'll move.
if you want to start moving. All right.
Yep. How far am I able to move?
Within the zone, I'm going to say, I didn't put zone markers here. I'm going to say that this right here delineates 2 different zones. So let me, real quick, just do... No. I want to draw a line. There you go. That's the zone marker.
I don't see it. Where is
In the
it?
shadow.
It is in the shadow, but I'm going to assume that.
Oh,
it's
it's this way. It's right here.
Okay.
So you can move up to that line for now.
Oh, there we go. Now I see it.
There you go.
All right.
And then I
get the hell out of here.
All right.
Watch out for the mustache.
All right, Elsa. Elsa, you're up.
I'm gonna run after her.
All right, so fast action, move. If you want to take a second fast action, you can continue into the next zone.
I think I'm gonna try that.
Okay. And you can get as far as the door if you want to. You just can't leave yet. And the door is, up there.
Invisible walls again.
There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Stupid invisible walls. All right, so that's Elsa's turn. Carolus, you're up. What you gonna do?
So I can move up to the line, right?
You can move up to the line. If you want to forego your slow action and take a second fast action, you can get to the door.
Let's see. Can I step in front and block? Like, block them from getting to her with the bones?
Yeah, if you want to just move across the line and stand right there, you can, absolutely.
There we go.
Alright. So that was fast and slow. And it is the Revenant's turn. The Revenant
boy.
sees that Ada has his bones, and he is going to do some magic. See how he does. He rolls 1 success. So, Ada, you have already used your fast and slow action this round. So you are not able... Actually, no, that's bullshit. I'm going to say you can resist magic at any time without having to use an action, like without having to waste an action, because otherwise, well, no, fuck it. They're Vaesen. They're fucking OP. Yeah, you feel a tingling up the back of your neck, and you are under his thrall. So you are rooted in place. You cannot move until this is broken.
Okay. I get a chance to try to fight that my next turn?
Yes, on your next turn you can try to break it. So, it is the Sleeper's turn. Ingeli is going to move with her fast action up to Seamus. And then, as soon as I get her sheet... I wish these sheets opened fully wide, so I didn't have to open them up. She is gonna try to take a swing at you with like a wooden spoon that she has in her hand. She stumbled out of the kitchen with a and she
Talk about nightmares.
Seamus, you gonna do anything or are you gonna let her hit you?
Hell no, I'm not gonna. A wooden spoon? What? That's like the least dignified thing I could do. I'm definitely dodging.
Mom in the kitchen flashback.
So that is your fast act. Oh, wait a minute. You already fast actioned this round of combat. You can't do anything.
I cannot.
But it's okay because she misses you anyway.
Oh, thank
so you're good. And then these two, actually, these three are all. Actually, this guy, no, because this guy knows that she's enthralled because he's also under Oscar's control, so he's not going to hit the person he's enthralled. So these three are all going to come after Carolus. So first is Lisa. You gonna do anything, Carolus?
Can I? Because I've already...
Oh right, you can't. You've used your thing. So she hits you. I'm really shocked at how well these guys are rolling, I'll be honest. So you take a physical condition.
Alright. We're gonna go with, exhausted.
Yep. Oh, that's right. That's your second physical condition. All right. Yeah, that tracks. All right. And then Jonathan's going to come at you with a miss.
That's
and
good.
then finally, let's see how the preacher does. And the preacher also misses. So you luck out on that one. But they do have you... They do have you surrounded. All right, now we're bottom of the round, Seamus.
Yeah, where are the bones? Ada still has them, right?
Ada still has them. She is currently rooted in place.
Okay, this woman is in the way. I will shove her to the ground if I can with a slow action.
Yeah, make a force roll. Success! She is prone on the ground.
Okay, I will run past her as a fast action.
I'm just gonna do... Oh wait, no, here we go. That's a good prone. Alright. Run past her as a fast action. Alright, and so now you are next to Ada.
I mean, that's as best as I can do because I can't... Unless there's an interaction, right? Interaction is fast action, so I can't take the bones.
You cannot take the bones, no.
Yep, so that's as best I can do is just to get up there.
Alright, Ada, you are up. I believe it is a fast action to resist magic, so let me just double check that real quick.
Pretty sure I think I saw that too.
Yes, resisting magic is a fast action. So go ahead and make an observation roll.
Oh, okay. Are there any bonuses?
No. All right, he only had one success on his magic roll, so you have successfully broken out of your stupor. Your
Nice.
slow action remains. You can move it to cross into the next zone if you would like, and move.
Am I able to move past all of the...
Yeah,
All
you
these
can squeeze past them. There's no opportunity attacks in this game.
Thank God. Okay.
No, this game is hard enough already. All right. So Ada has made it to the door. Elsa, you're up. You're at the door. What are you gonna do?
Take
Can
the
I-
bones.
Yeah, maybe. Take the bones and run.
All right, so you take the bones as a fast action, and then leave as a slow action. Flee. You're fleeing combat with the bones.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. I'm just gonna stick you in the wall so that you can still see what's going on, as opposed to deleting you from the map. But you have fled with the bones, and it is Carolus's turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move to the other side of these two so that I only have one less of them attacking me, hopefully.
Okay.
And I'm gonna save my fast action to defend.
All right. Very good. And it is the Revenant's turn. And he knows that his bones are gone, but he still wants to stop the rest of you. So, he is once again he's gonna magic. So let's roll this and see how he does. Oh, yeah. Seamus, you are now frozen in place, because you have already used both of your actions for this round. You are frozen. And he's going to move up behind you. Alright, it is the Sleepwalker's turn.
That's a frightening image.
Right?
Ingeli is gonna... Oh, wait, she's prone on the ground, so she's gonna stand up and move to the edge of the zone, because that's all she can do. And then these Sleepwalkers are going to... Lisa is going to step over here. These two are going to converge on Carolus. So, come on, just do the thing. There we go. Alright, Jonathan is going to take a swing at you. Are you going to defend?
Yes, I am going to try to parry.
I'm going to try to parry. Alright, let me see it.
Oh, that's right, I got -2, don't I?
As long as you've clicked off the 2 physical conditions, I think the sheet will do it for you.
Alright. Well, we will see. Yep.
Oof. Good thing. So, you actually beat him, and that will inflict 1 damage
On him or me?
on him.
Okay.
Which, let me look, knocks him out. And did you parry with your saber?
I did.
Oh, then he's actually dead.
Oh,
damn.
nose. Who'd you
He's
kill?
Oh,
dead.
actually, no, I never drew my saber. I had the shovel in my hand the whole time.
Ah, okay. All right, then. You are in luck, then he is not dead. He is just unconscious.
Phew.
That's
I also
good.
would argue that you can still parry somebody and then punch them in the face with the guard.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So that's cool. That's both of them. Lisa. Sorry about this, Ada. But Lisa actually has a revolver. So she is going to make a ranged combat roll at you.
Oh my god.
Did you use both actions this round?
It was fast action to break the hold, right?
Yeah, and then slow action to move. All right, so she hits you. You take 1 physical condition. And those are...
I found them. I'm gonna go with, because it's a gunshot, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
wounded.
Wounded. Yeah, I think that tracks. All right, and that's all of my sleepers who are conscious. So, Seamus, you're up. You can use a fast action to try to get out of this magic.
Yeah, I am definitely going to do that.
Make an observation roll.
Oh, my observation rolls are so shitty because of the fucking conditions.
You were
Nope.
shooketh.
Oh, you still be magicked. You can sacrifice. You can't really do anything with your slow action, so you can try to get. Wait, you can literally only roll one die.
That is correct.
Balls. Okay.
Because I have 2 mental conditions,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 3 in empathy. So 3 minus 2 is 1.
Ouch. Well, you can you can roll again since you can't do anything else with your slow action because you are currently enthralled and he has you rooted in place.
Yeah, I'm just like, oil can, and then I'm just gonna like do my best to get the fuck out of the dodge here. This is ridiculous. 1 in 6 chance. 1 in 6 chance and 0.
Okay, balls. All right, you are still rooted in place. Ada, you're up. Seamus is frozen. Carolus is looking pretty beat up. What are you gonna do?
Well, she's been shot at, so she's going to pull out her revolver and try to put down Lisa. Sorry, Lisa.
All right, shoot at Lisa. All right, that will hit because she already used both of her actions and can't dodge. And Lisa's dead. Lisa is deceased. That was your slow action. Do you want to do anything with your fast action?
I'm trying to think of how I could help Seamus.
I would say that if you got closer to him, you could help him with his next observation roll and give him bonus die. Oh, also remember, each of you has an advantage that no one has used yet. Seamus's is physical, everyone else's is mental.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, if you get into sight lines of him, I would say that you can talk to him, and that would offer him assistance with his next observation roll.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
All right. Elsa, you have left combat.
Yeah.
Carolus, you're up.
Carolus is gonna hightail it for the door because he's not ready to die.
Hightailing it for the door. That was your fast action. You want to use your slow action to flee out of combat?
Yes.
All right. Join Elsa in the wall. You are out of combat. It is the Revenant's turn. The Revenant... He's got you enthralled. And he sees Ada over there. Yeah, fuck it. He's evil. Even though he's got you enthralled, he's gonna swipe at you, Seamus.
Okay. Does that give him like a bonus or some shit?
Nope. It's just still a regular, Actually, he's gonna try to grapple you.
And because I'm restrained, I can't do anything, right?
Not on this turn, and he now has you grappled.
Ah!
And that is what he does on his turn. Alright, it's the Sleepwalkers. And Ada's the only one left. So the two who are still conscious are gonna converge on her. And the Reverend swings and misses. Come on. And the cook with her wooden spoon. Oh, shit! She hits you for 2. You take 2 physical conditions, which I believe leaves you broken.
Oh,
Damn.
I've been downed by...
Not you, Seamus. Ada.
Oh, Ada.
Ada. They swing at Ada. And with that damn wooden spoon, Ingeli got 2 successes, so she hits you for 2 physical conditions. Ada, that puts you at 3?
Yep.
Alright, that means you are broken. Please roll me. You're broken physically. Please roll me a d60, 2d6.
I think the sheets have a D66 at the top, right?
Oh, do
Yeah.
it, then roll a d6. If they do, then roll a d66.
At the very
yeah.
top, it says roll D66.
61, Jesus. Okay.
Fuck.
Holy fucking shit. Okay. So this is good and bad. You fall into a coma.
Oh, god damn it.
Now, this is fatal if not treated within, please roll me a d6. If not treated within 6 days. So there are 6 days in which we have to deal with Ada's coma. And once you recover from broken, as opposed to a defect, you will have an insight from this injury. Prophetic vision, which once per session will allow you to take a +3 to an investigation roll.
Wow.
But first you have to survive. So, you are broken. What's a good... let's see. Broken marker. I'm gonna do... I'll do the heartbroken marker for broken. There we go. You're broken. Alright. Seamus, she did still offer you that assistance. So you do have a +2 to this observation roll. Let's do it.
Oh, boy. +2, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so here's normal. And I have +2, so I'm gonna roll it twice. 1, 2.
Okay. You are still enthralled. Do you want to try it again?
Jesus Christ.
I'll give you the +2 on both of them, because you're
That's kind
so
of you.
back right now.
That's kind of it. Yeah, right now I'm just stunned, foaming at the mouth, and frothing. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get out. This is ridiculous. Observation, +2. First one. Gee, wowzers.
Does it not give you a little thing to add a mod when you roll?
Hold on. I think I figured out a way of doing that. Give me 1 second. It's just the problem is that I have to roll it. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Let me.
There is a roll modifier at the top.
Yeah, let me just open the character sheet.
It doesn't have a thing to prompt for mods. Let me look at your character.
It
sheet
does.
real quick.
It does. But what I did was I opened it in a separate screen so that chat doesn't just see my character sheet, and all they see is my character sheet, because that would be boring. So instead, I'm just gonna show my character sheet once or twice, and we'll go from there. And I will say.
There we go. No, there we go. I just. Oh, you don't want it to always ask you for modifiers?
No,
That's what you want.
I
Yeah.
unchecked it, and then you
Oh, okay.
you checked it. I unchecked it. My bad.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So let's try that again. Here we go. Now that I've checked it off, there we go. So this is a observation, you said.
Observation +2.
Here we go.
Yay! Success! You
Thank
are
God.
no longer enthralled.
Thank God.
You're still grappled.
Yes,
however.
I am. Yeah.
Alright. Ada, you are broken. You can crawl and speak minor sentences, but that is it. Do you want to crawl towards the door?
Yep, might as well.
Alright. I'll say that you get about there. You're not in the door yet. You're like there. Alright.
Okay.
Elsa, you have fled combat, but nobody has followed you out yet except Carolus. Do you want to stay where you are?
Nobody can get out, Sarah. How about that? We're either broken or held quite tightly.
I know, but they don't know that, so I'm just offering them a chance to return should they so desire.
I think I'm gonna run back in and see what's keeping them.
Alright. So you're back in, you see... Oh wait, I'm sorry, Elsa... Ada, you can't crawl, you're in a fucking coma. I lied, you're over here. You see Ada
hoping you forget
completely unconscious on the floor.
I'm gonna run up to her, and I think that's my actions.
You moved. I'll say no. You moved into the zone. I'll say you can move to her with that first move.
Okay.
How do I try to wake her up?
To wake her up, you need to recover her from broken. So to do that,
Is that medicine?
for broken from physical conditions, yes, is going to be a medicine check. So make a medicine check. All right. It doesn't heal any conditions. You still are massively screwed. All right, no, I'm sorry. That somehow wakes you up. I don't know how. It wakes you up, and it doesn't remove a condition, but it wakes you up. So you are able to move. All right.
What are you doing?
We need to get out of here.
You
Come on.
should have kept going.
Carolus, staying out or going back in? Is he there?
Oh, he's on mute.
There we go.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm going back in, and
All right.
I'm gonna try to knock out the priest.
All right. So
Mom
you're
said knock
in
you out.
and make a close combat roll.
Oh my god, look at this crazy friggin' raid from the lollygaggers. Hey,
Hello,
lollygaggers.
lollygaggers.
Good gracious macious. 55 people. Hey, lollygaggers. What's up? We're just playing some Vaesen and watching our entire party get killed. It's cool. It's cool.
No one's dead yet.
Oh.
Ada just got woken up from her coma.
Thank God. Thank God.
The smelling salts do wonders.
Indeed.
Yep, that failed.
All right. Close combat. Yep, that failed. All right. So that's your turn. The Revenant sees fresh meat, and
Thanks.
he's actually gonna drop you, Seamus, because the bones are out here,
Yeah.
and he's going to move across the zone and come this way. And Elsa's got his bones, so he is going to try to... Alright, Elsa, you fall asleep.
What the shit?
So Elsa is asleep because she doesn't have any actions left to fight it off until her next turn.
Oh, fucking hell.
Sleepwalkers are up. We only have 2 who are still conscious. Yep. I'm sorry about that. Well, no, actually, Elsa's got the... Well, Elsa's asleep.
So wait, who's got the
What to do?
who's got the bones right now? Elsa has the bones?
Elsa
I do,
has
yeah.
bones right now.
Oh,
All right,
God
well,
damn.
I know that the priest is going to take a swing at Carolus.
Mm-hmm.
And I am so sorry he hits you for 2
Oh,
physical conditions.
Jesus.
I
That
believe
leaves me
that
broken.
breaks you. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so roll that D66.
Oh my God, Sarah, what is happening?
I mean, I'm going to do something in a second. Let me see what Ben rolled. What did you
Oh
roll?
my God.
He rolled the 66. Holy shit. All right.
No, I
Oh, you rolled a
51.
51.
51.
Oh, 51.
It
Jesus.
says
Okay.
roll D66, Sarah.
All Oh my goodness. Ruptured bowel.
Oh, yeah.
Which,
Yeah. Whew.
yeah, will be fatal if not treated in. Please roll me a d6.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Oh god, in 1 hour.
Hour.
Good.
So you have an hour to receive
God.
medical assistance, or you will die.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
Seamus, you are no longer grappled. He dropped you.
Oh my goodness.
It is your turn,
Yeah.
and then at the top of the round, we're gonna do something.
Okay, yeah, Seamus is like after
Yeah, we're gonna
the last
die.
minute or two, he looks, he sees bodies everywhere, people unconscious, people dead, people dying. this creature just running about, wreaking havoc with its a horrible presence, and Seamus will run past these sleepwalkers, these people who have been affected by him. Oh, crap. He sees Ada on the ground, who's sort of slowly waking up, sort of taps her, is like, "You're right! You're right!
Get the bones and run,
Who's got them?"
Elsa.
Shite! He looks over at Carolus. Carolus just like his hand trying to just staunch his midsection, which is covered with red. He's like, "Oh no! Feck!" And he'll run to Captain Carolus and say, "Can you move? Can you get up?"
I don't know, can I?
You cannot. You can crawl.
Oh my god.
Get the bones and run.
No.
And you also can't really speak really full, complete sentences. You can mostly be like, bones, go.
Right. Seamus is having flashbacks to a lot of things in his earlier life. He will lift up Carolus and carry him out of the cave.
All right. You know what? You're a big dude. I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Thank you.
You can carry him out of the cave.
Appreciate. Yeah.
All right.
And
so
then
you guys are out.
he looks over at Elsa and he's like, "I'm coming back for you next."
Well, she's sleeping, so.
Yeah, can't hear me. Never
All
mind.
right. It's the end of the round. So the two people left in here are broken, not unbroken, but grievously injured, and magically asleep. And as he glowers down on you, he looks at the two women and says, "Katya, Ilma, you did this to me." And I would like each of you to make an empathy roll, please.
Okay. Before we do that, just a quick announcement. We got another raid that came in from
Hey, Raiders.
the dinner and a game. What's happening, guys? More raiders. Second raid tonight. Thank you, folks. Empathy roll. Shit. Why?
All right. Remember, each of you has a mental advantage that you can use if you need to, though you might want to save it. I don't know.
That's true.
You have to decide before you roll, though.
Do
and by the way, well, you can push in this game. You just take a condition when you do.
Yeah,
you take a mental condition when you push.
Seeing how well you're killing us all, Sarah, I'm going to say no to that. Do we get a bonus to that empathy roll or no?
No, no, it's just a straight empathy roll.
Just a straight empathy roll? Okay, here we go.
Unless you choose to use your advantage, okay?
Nope.
Carolus, you're broken, but I'm going to let you do it.
All right.
Because I'm trying real hard to throw y'all a bone here.
We've got bones. We don't need bones thrown.
I don't want to TPK you, but my sleepwalkers rolled ridiculously well.
Oh my god.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna push.
You're gonna
so
push.
I'm gonna take
All right.
hopeless,
All right.
and I wanna use my +2 advantage.
Smart.
Excellent.
Smart.
All right.
So
Oh, thank
Yes!
God.
Nice.
All right. This empathy
Jeez.
roll reveals two things to you. One is that Oscar, the Revenant, thinks that you are the people who conspired to have him killed 50 years ago. And that, second of all, nobody's tried talking to him.
good point.
I mean, have you looked at the guy?
Just saying. No one has tried. And that is what I give you. Ada, you are, I realize, so you are cured from broken, which I think has to remove a condition, because otherwise you're not cured.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that you have one physical condition taken off and you can act.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I will 100% allow you to meta. I'm going to say that Elsa's success gave all of you that little bit of insight.
I think she could logic that they keep that he keeps calling us these people, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think her immediate reaction is, "We are not these people. We're like, none of us are old enough to be these people. Look at us. Actually, look at us."
I'm gonna add one more thing. Oscar does not know how long he's been dead.
You've been dead a long time. That was 50 years ago that these people did this to you.
Alright, make a manipulation roll.
Oof. Okay. Oh, that's a big 0 in that. So
You can
let's
do it.
You can use your +2 if you want to.
I'll use the +2.
Ah,
Oh,
fuck.
Hold
he
on.
look okay. Oh, that's
Um,
without the +2?
That
there's a
was
+2
with the
on there.
+2.
Oh.
But I haven't taken any mental conditions, so can I push that?
You can push it, yes.
Okay. I'll become angry.
Say it angrier.
Nice. I love it.
And then is it a reroll when I do that, or?
Yeah, roll it again. And honestly, yay! Fuck yeah! There you go. All right. As you do that, the Revenant like rears back and lets out a terrifying howl, and then slumps and becomes smaller and slightly less monstrous. And he says, "What are you doing here, then? Why have you disturbed my bones?"
We're trying to help you. We're trying to get you peace. We're trying to solve what happened
Peace.
to you.
Piri slit my throat when I refused to go along with their plan. That's what happened to me.
What was their plan?
Don't remember.
Well, that's fine. We're trying to figure it out. We want justice for you.
How long have I been gone?
50 years. As far as we can tell, Puri is also dead.
50 years. And you can help.
Yes, we can. It's what we do. What happened to you was wrong,
Then
and you deserve justice.
help me, please.
Yes. I want to help you. I will.
And he releases the charm on Elsa. And the remaining conscious / alive sleepwalkers stand down and just kind of go back to their inert sleepwalker state that they were in when you first saw them. And we're out of combat.
Jesus.
Alright, I think we should probably get
Yeah, let's get Carolus to a doctor. Because, sorry, let me say that.
Or if someone does a med check on it, it'll stabilize him.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
see what I can do.
Just like rip a piece, rip the hem of your dress or something. Sorry, let me get in character with accent.
There we go. Elsa go.
nice.
Thank you, Elsa. Fucking hell. Just get the wrappings in there, cause he's gonna bleed out.
I know what I'm doing. Just let me work. And yeah, you can clearly see my ankles because of all the fabric I had to rip away.
Seamus
Scandalous.
averts his eyes. He's like, shit.
Look respectfully.
Okay, and with that, where are you going to bury Oscar's bow?
Well, he seems to be completely cool with the fact that we've taken them, so we gotta get these things to the church and put them in the churchyard.
All right, very good. So I'm just gonna shift you guys all together. And
We teleport.
Fast travel.
you fast travel. I'm not gonna make you role play walking 2 miles down the road. That would be
No.
dumb.
We're just gonna do the Wayne's World thing.
Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. Yep, 100%.
And you find yourself in front of the Bilby Church.
By the way, if we ever get the ability to teleport later, that's totally how we do the ritual.
Yes,
Teleport.
thank you.
Mhm.
Much appreciated.
Diddly-doo. Yes. Right. Oh, and I will take broken off of you because you have been unbroken. There you go. You're outside the Bilby Church. There is a path leading around the side of the church. Can you guys see, by the way?
Yes, we can see. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good.
So we just have to find the churchyard and dig a hole. It's a good thing I brought this shovel.
Good thing I brought it too.
Oh, well. Oh, look at that. I found a headstone. I found lots of headstones.
I do believe we're in the graveyard.
Okay, well, don't want to dig in someone else's plot. Any open plots here?
This seems like a nice spot here.
Make sure it's well within the church grounds, because if it's not in the church grounds, then it's not going to be consecrated.
I think everything on this side of the wall or fence is consecrated.
Alright, well, no time like the present. Seamus just takes the shovel off his shoulder and just kicks the tip into the ground.
Alright. And so you dig. And as you dig the hole and lay Oscar's bones within it, you see, shimmering a short distance away, the figure of a young man dressed in fine clothes, his neck unblemished, watching you with a sad smile on his face. And as you tamp the last bit of dirt down over the makeshift grave here in the churchyard, he raises a hand and slowly fades away.
Kind of like that knight from Last Crusade.
Kinda, yeah. And you have completed your assignment.
We have chosen wisely.
You have chosen wisely. And
I
so,
would say that was a success.
Yeah, now let's, Carolus, you alright?
I'll survive.
I should still get you to a doctor
Yeah.
to make sure that there's no other problems.
That is an excellent idea.
all right. So, do you head back to the Witch Cat for the time being?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to be able to
Indeed.
see a doctor until the morning.
True. I'm just taking you back to the main page because the rest of this is Theater of the Mind stuff.
Super.
So, upon returning to the inn, you notice that the NPCs who woke up, it's a 2-kilometer walk back, so it does take you a bit of time to walk back to the inn. And upon arriving, the guests at the inn all look terribly confused. None of them remember what happened. But they did wake up in the root cellar. And Lisa Frinkle's body was on the floor with a gunshot wound. And none of them can understand what may have happened to cause that. Whether or not you decide to tell them anything, because you're not there anymore, is entirely up to you. If you make up a story or just let them figure it out on their own, you do find a rather sizable supply of opium in her room in the inn.
Well, this is what I was alluding to. We should confiscate it and destroy it in some way.
I'll be more than happy to help confiscate that.
As long as we destroy it, it's very important to destroy this.
Yep, certainly.
Alright. Opium confiscated. Do you talk to Sophia at all before you go?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go upstairs and explain to her that the ghosts are gone and that she can sleep easy from now on.
Are you certain?
Yes, I'm quite certain. The spirit has been laid to rest. He will leave you alone now.
She's sitting on the floor back by her shadow theater, and she glances over it and says, I'm already starting to forget how I made this.
That's too bad because you were very good at it.
But was it even me? I don't know.
I don't know either. But the most important thing is that you and your family are safe now.
Yes. We are. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And a little smile crosses her face, and she looks, if not overjoyed, at least a little bit happier than she was when you saw her earlier. The following morning, you catch the coach back to Uppsala and make your way back to Castle Gillinkreutz. And quickly before the session ends, we need to talk about the two of you who became broken. Because we need to talk about defects and insights. So, let me double check, and page 88 is what I need to go to. Alright. So, we need to make recovery roll. Alright. Where are we? Bum bum. Finding them. Alright. Okay. There it is. So, so you were both broken physically.
Yes.
Which means that you will add together your physique and precision scores and roll that number of d6s.
So how many are we talking here?
8.
So that is, so that's 8 for you, Carolus, and for Ada. Did you do your math already? All right. So you rolled. All right. So Carolus, you got 1 success, which means that your defect is not permanent. You had a defect from your broken condition.
Gotcha.
Which was, let me pull that up again really quickly. Physical critical injuries. You had the ruptured bowel. So had that become permanent, you would have to wear a colostomy bag and would have a permanent -1 to agility.
Oh.
Jeez.
Now,
Captain
Ada.
Carolus to be back.
Oh, that'd have been bad.
Sorry.
Oh, so sad. All right, and Ada, unfortunately, you rolled no successes, which means that your insight wears off before the next mystery and does not become perfect.
That tracks.
Man,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So, yeah, sad face. But you survived, so that's what
Mhm.
actually matters. Everybody
That's
came
true.
out of this alive. We'll do experience points and castle upgrade points off of the channel. We'll do that off stream. But suffice it to say, you limp broken back into Castle Gillenkreutz and go about tending to your injuries. As always, the ever-present Frisk is there to provide you with tea and what minimal sustenance he is capable of cooking himself. And as you begin to settle into your new home, perhaps heading to the library and making notes of your own on what you've uncovered, perhaps looking for more information about this Albert and Hilma and Katya and what they may have been up to that Oscar was so against it cost him his life. Or maybe you're simply down at the Burger and Baker enjoying a pint and washing your troubles away. But I think it's safe to say that the society has been reborn. What it does next, well, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And
Can I add
thus
in-
ends. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to add in one thing that Ada has what looks like she's promptly walked off with the confiscated opium, as it would be in police custody, and is walking over to the. So, like, the last scene would be her walking towards where the police station is.
Yeah, very good. And thus ends.
Oh no! There's one more scene. I'm sorry. That was
No, Matt,
that was
there's
the
not.
that was the mid credits.
There are no Easter eggs in the credits. As we conclude, for realsies, the Dance of Dreams.
Awesome.
Congratulations, you all survived. Yay! And I will put on some moderately less ominous music, because let's face it, I really only have ominous music in here.
John?
Let's go with
Victory theme. Any fanfare.
hold on. This one might work if it plays.
Tijuana Brass.
The Avengers theme.
I
Nope,
mean,
there
we
you
can
go.
do video game music.
It's
Or do
playing.
you want to play the Victory fanfare from Final Fantasy?
There you are. All right. As we bid farewell to these players for the time being, though never fear, we shall rejoin again with a new face coming in to join us for later adventures. And now the music gets loud. Gosh darn it. There we go. Let's go around the horn real quick and tell us all a little bit about yourselves, where we can find you on the interwebs, and what kind of cool shit you like to do. Jane, let's start with you.
Hello, my name is Jane. I also go by Miss Deadite. You can find us on our lovely little disc. It's like, I usually post a lot of memes in there. I managed to post a couple of them tonight while we were playing. I figured they were fairly appropriate for what was going on. But that's usually what I do, and I do that with pretty much every game that gets played on here. At some point, maybe this month coming in August, you can find me in Mass Effect 5th Edition and on Star Wars 5th Edition. And occasionally when we get back to it, probably whenever the schedule opens up, you'll find me on Ravenloft B Team. And of course here on Vaesen. So
All right, very good. Ben, let's hop to you.
I'm Ironhead454. You can find me here on Slices and Dices. Obviously with Vaesen. We got the Aliens one shot. We're still trying to slightly less than, multiple shot it. And what else are we on? Blade Runner, which will hopefully have some more stuff coming soon. And you can also find me on TikTok, also under Ironhead454, making dumb videos and making fun of my pets and my kids. And that's about it.
Those are the best videos.
Right.
Excellent.
They're really good.
And let's move up to Arne. Arne, where can we find you on the interwebs?
I hang around on Twitter, on the Discord, both as Iridonian, and of course on YouTube, where I have Alien RPG videos. So last one we did was Neon Void, that has been completed, and then next up are 2 adventures that I still need to edit. So
Nice. And Matt, tell us about yourself.
Hey, everybody. This was, first of all, before I say anything about myself, I'm going to say thank you, Sarah, because this was something that was long in the making, and I am so glad that it turned out the way it did. I love Vaesen. It is probably now just the way it made me feel during that whole session. I was stressed. I was excited. I was scared. Things puckered that shouldn't have puckered, and I was all about it. So thank you for being an awesome game master for this session and for this game. As for me, you can find all the stuff that's about our channel here at Slices and Dices on Twitch, or if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe if you like what you saw and heard. Otherwise, come hang on our Discord. There's some stuff about our Discord here in Twitch chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll find it in the doobly-doo below the video. Otherwise, we've got some really great stuff coming sort of rounding out the end of the month of July and coming again in August. We've got Everyday Heroes. I think the final episode of that particular miniseries is coming on the 29th of July. And then, of course, we've got our repeating Ravenloft campaign coming back soon after that. Some more stuff coming back in August. Call of Cthulhu. Potentially some one-shots here, there, and everywhere. Blade Runner we're a little bit on hiatus for, but hopefully we'll maybe we can find in some scenarios for that, which should come in pretty cool. And I hear some rumblings about potentially a Magi Knights redo, but that's neither here nor anywhere until they come about. But hey, either way, come hang and talk about your cool RPG experiences in our Discord. We love to hear from our fans. And looks like we've got a few more of them tonight. Thank you again to the awesome raiders who came in from Lollygaggers. And as well from, Jesus, Red Platinum went berserk. Red gifted, holy shit, so many subs. Thank you, Red Platinum. So many subs. Yes, sorry, to the Lollygaggers and to the Dinner and a Game. Thank you guys for the raid. And hopefully we'll see you guys again on some other of our streams. I've talked too much. Back to you, Sarah.
All right, and finally, I am Sarah, your Dungeon Llama for the evening. You can find me on the interwebs at Lovely Llama with various numbers of L's, depending on if someone has already stolen my username. And on our Discord under the same, where I'm honestly pretty terrible about posting, but if you at me, I will eventually respond to you. And yeah, you find me here on Slices and Dices almost every Friday playing Ravenloft, Call of Cthulhu, Alien, when Building Better Worlds comes back, I'll be back for that. Running Vaesen, Everyday Hero. I feel like there's probably more that I'm not remembering. Star Wars 5e. Yeah, if we're running it, I'm probably playing it, is kind of how it goes. So it's fun to be in the driver's seat for once. A little more stressful, but that's cool. Because I love this system and I love these players, and I'm so glad y'all came along for the ride. So we'll just close out the night the way we always do by saying, remember guys, with all the Vaesen out there, you never know who is seeing what. And that guy on the subway might be talking to a niece, you never know. So take care of each other. But don't forget to take care of yourselves. Have a great night, everybody.